Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Hero All-Star match. Thanks for sticking with us through a little bit of a technical difficulty at the start here, but we think we got it all worked out. We're excited. This is the second one of these we've done this week. We are going to get this kicked off real shortly, but I am Donde. I'm happy to be here for the second time this week with Icicles, BrushyTuna, RonMexico, and the Big Ted is going to join us here for the Hero version of our All-Star match. So, guys, how are you doing tonight, everybody?
Pretty good. Happy to be here.
Great.
Fantastic.
The old group intro, I love it. Just, talk all over each other. It's great. Hell yes, let's do this. So, for those of us joining us for the first time, if you didn't watch the Hero or the Legacy All-Star match back on Monday, please check the VOD. It's great. It was fun, and it's a lot of action. So, the teams, as you see below, Team Purple, led by basedinc, TheChronic, Dabs, LiquidOx, and TerdHerder, will be playing against Team Teal, which is Ozmanaut, Ridiculous Hat, A2 Battleship, Electabuzz, and Pasca. So these were our democratically elected teams from Hero this season, and then they were drafted by Based and by Pasca, who were the highest percentage vote getters. Well, Based was, and then Pasca came along for the ride because they were in the same seed. But these teams will be playing each other in a pentathlon of sorts tonight with 5 different events, one being a best-of-5 Hero match, last hero standing match. We've got a dungeon run head-to-head. We've got a Brawl head-to-head. We've got arena head-to-head. And, of course, we've got Battlegrounds head-to-head. So each player will be doing each of these events, each player will be doing one of these events, I should say, and they can be in communication with their team throughout the course of their event. So, as we started with last time, we're going to start with the arena draft, and the arena participants tonight will be basedinc and Ozmanaut from the 2 respective teams. So we have them both on the call here. Based and Ozma, how are you doing tonight?
Good. Hello.
Doing super well. Awesome. Excited. Hype.
This is a lot of fun, and I think you're both going to really enjoy this. We're going to make sure that we, keep tabs on everything you're doing in Arena because those runs do take a while. We'll be showing some other events on stream at the exact same time, but a member of our cast team will be following along to make sure we are kept up to date on your progress the entire time. But we're going to start with the draft. So, Oz, we're going to have you kick it off here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that up on stream so we can witness the hopefully awesome draft that you have, because we want to see 2 awesome decks and see you guys both go deep into the arena, because that would be super fun. So let's do it. Everyone should be able to see now on your screen there. You're about to purchase your draft.
Now the first real hard question of the draft is: are you spending $1.50 or gold?
I spent the gold.
Nice.
Can you guys see me past that screen now onto the Choose Your Hero?
I can see Choose Your Hero, but I don't see any heroes.
Same.
Okay. Maybe it'll take a second to come up. It's Hunter, Druid, and Shaman.
These would be those aforementioned technical difficulties, by the way.
Yeah, I can't see it.
All right, time to fill. Let's go. Who's got a story?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to decide between Hunter and Shaman. Sorry.
Nope, you take your
Take
time.
your time, because your stream. We can't see your stream right now.
It sucks because it's saying it's sharing it.
There we go.
Hey, I can see it.
Yes, I restarted it and I can see it. Are you moving the mouse around? Can you move the mouse around just for us for a little bit here? See if that is
I'm moving it.
Okay, so it's not showing us it's showing us basically like static images of your screen, which
It's a
is
slideshow draft.
Yeah,
it's
we're
a
watching a PowerPoint draft of Ozmanaut's draft here.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
well. You just proceed, and we will do the best that we can. We'll restart.
Okay.
And at least see your picks. At least in retro, I suppose.
Absolutely. Got you.
So, anyways, Ron, as we wait for us to see things, what's Ozmanaut really looking for? Trying to, what's he looking for to get a good draft deck?
Well, I can see that he took Hunter, so there's some information. And I actually do see the 3 first cards being presented, which is Underbelly Ooze, Phase Stalker, and Swamp Ooze. Generally, Hunter's going to be looking for some kind of early game. You like to beat him up, use the hero power.
Well, do you think Swamp Ooze... I mean, Phase Stalker were in the first pick of the draft here, so obviously you don't have any secrets yet. Plenty of time to be offered them. Maybe something that you would take later in the draft if you knew you had secrets already, but might want to go with the Swamp Ooze instead in this case?
Potentially. Oz is currently able to hear us, so I don't want to just be giving him
Well, I mean,
advice.
Advantage.
it was always the underbelly ooze.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
I think
it was an easy pick. Yeah.
It was just the right pick there.
The underbelly, right?
The Swamp Ooze probably the pick. Although honestly, Phase Stalker's not bad either. But there's a lot of weapons that can mess you up in arena, so it's actually pretty nice to have a Swamp Ooze.
Yeah. Also, it trades up into a lot of threes, so
Underbelly would be kind of iffy.
No, yeah, yeah. It's always ooze.
I'd be excited to see Underbelly as the pick.
Aggressively statted for Hunter. Oh yeah, let's go.
I'm not seeing pick 2 though, unfortunately.
He picked a card, but who knows what it is?
Yeah, it was like an explosion of color on the screen, but no actual card on the right, so hard to know for sure. Yeah, imagine if we could just spec a draft. Oh, he's got a legendary pick.
No, no.
Oh my God, that's such a good pick.
I concede. That's it.
I mean, Dragonbane is great too, but I think it's got to be PQA.
It's anything that's not a Oblivion. It's anything that's not a Oblivion.
Yeah, poor Oblivion.
It's
Clearly, he's taking Oblivion here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's just going for the most
picks.
Power he can possibly get.
Yeah. I mean, like, Dragonbane's a solid card, but there's no way it's not DQA here.
Yeah, I mean, if it was almost any other legendary outside of Allstar, I would say, yeah, Dragonbane is a consideration, but no way here. But he's taken a Bloodsail Raider, he's taken a Diving Griffin, and, he took something there. We can't tell.
It costs...
Disguised Wanderer looks like the other card he picked.
Yeah, he's got the 9/1.
Is that actually a good arena card?
It's okay.
It's pretty good.
There's a lot of pings right now with all the 2/1s.
I see.
So
Disguised Wanderer is still nice because of how awkward it makes your opponent's turns, because they might not have the ping yet. At the same time, it's a 3/3 that's going to keep dealing damage face, so it can be really strong. It's often your pick when you don't have a better option.
Oh yeah, it's just like.
Go on.
I was just saying, like, it's really good. It's just like you don't expect it to get value, but it draws out a ping, and it's a 3/3 body, so you're fine with it. And if it ever gets the 9 damage on anything, you're stoked. Yeah, Blazing Battle Mage there, nice pick.
Yeah, I saw 3 options briefly. One of them was the 1/4 that deals damage to you. That would have been awful.
And the Silverhand Knight.
Silverhand Knight would have been okay, but Battle Mage is definitely what you're looking for in a Hunter Arena deck.
Yeah. I mean, it has no 5-drop, so it's like worth considering it. Ooh,
I mean, currently Oz is Highlander Hunter, essentially, so I think it makes sense to pick the card that actual constructed Highlander Hunters run.
I mean, like, how many cards, like, everything other than Bloodsail Raider and the Jeweler and the Wanderer have been in Highlander? Like, we've played Tolvir.
Yeah.
Dang.
I legit had to look up Stalwart Jeweler to see what it was.
And here we have the Blowtorch Saboteur, the Crow.
That's a Raven.
Raven.
It says Raven right there in the middle of the card.
I'm looking at the tiniest little picture because every time I open it up, it just starts loading again. And then a rapid fire.
The rapid fire is like a really nice pick for Hunter, but you're probably taking the Blowtorch.
Just another actual Highlander card.
Oh my God,
Yeah, 3/4 Beast was reasonable as well, but you don't have the payoff because it's not, kind of synergized with Highlander things.
Yeah,
Shavara is strictly the best arena card here being offered out of these 3 options.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is easy Shavara.
I love the drama that we're sitting here waiting to see what he picks, but in reality, we might not know for a while because of the...
Yeah, we're like 3 picks behind.
Oh my God, it's Scale Rider now? What is this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he's definitely not taking a second Disguised Wanderer.
I don't think so.
Scale Rider disguised and the healer. Healer's not bad, but you should probably take the Scale Rider.
You don't have any. You have one dragon right now, but that dragon finds another or two dragons, and one of your dragons finds another dragon, so it's not bad.
You know, you expect to be heavy on 3s as Hunter, so it is a consideration of taking a 4 instead of a 3 here. But Scale Rider's sweet, so I think you take it.
We did take the Scale Rider, and then it looks like we took another 1-drop of some sort that's exploding.
It's probably beaming. Oh no, it's not beaming sidekick because it's below the blazing.
Yeah. Could be one of the AUG merchants.
Oh yeah, it's just an AUG merchant. He's gonna be like 8 cards off of Highlander Hunter by the end of this.
Base, you got some big shoes to fill for your team here coming up.
if he gets a Zeph, do I even have to like play out anything?
No, you can. I think you can just say, "Hey team, we're down 0-1."
I take Warrior.
I mean, what happens if you draft a pair of Zephyri, if you will?
A Zephyri? Oh, baby. I'm just going to try and draft Egg Warrior. Just one up the Highlander Hunter.
You know what would be hype is if you both play each other on 11 and 2.
Oh my gosh.
That would be hype. That way Ron and I could also yell at each other rooting for the people we're spectating.
It'd be perfect.
It'd be the best way to end the arena.
It would be real fun.
At that rate, the arena would probably be both the first and last event that we cast, so.
So I've lost all visibility on Oz right now.
Yeah, it's been about 2 minutes of it being frozen at this point, because you can see on the screen it says 8:59 p.m. for him, and it's 9:01 p.m. In real time. Oh, it's back.
It was Guardian AUG Merchant.
Guardian AUG
Merchant. Command. Oh
Skill
my
command.
god.
Skill command.
You might take the rocket though.
Yeah, there is actually an argument for AUG Merchant here.
How many beasts do we have?
Well, how many beasts does he have right now that would even be able to activate Kill Command?
Unleash. We have 1. 2. We have 2.
You're happy for it to just deal 3. But like, I think you take AUG Merchant because pings are super, super important for Hunter and Arena.
And this is the other AUG Merchant that actually is good. Like there's Guardian and there's Rocket that are actually good ones. One that gives Divine Shield, one that gives Rush. The other ones, they're not very good.
Yeah, Ethereal.
Literally just pings.
One gives spell damage and one is a 1/1. Elven AUG Merchant. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
He took the rocket. Yeah.
I would like to see Troll AUG Merchant, which is deal 1 damage, give your target +1 health.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks like Oz also picked up a Gladiator's Longbow over one of these picks.
Oh my gosh.
A Wasteland Assassin and a Senjin and a
he's got a Tezdingo. Like, this is a sick deck. Oh man.
I mean, he wins on flavor alone because his 4-drop yells Tezdingo.
What is the Diving Griffin drawing out of the deck? Are there any other rush minions that it'll drive? Not that it necessarily needs to, because it's a 4/1 rush anyway. But
right now, nothing.
Nothing yet, but probably eventually will. And
I'm sure he'll find his store.
Yeah. Well, he's only got 9 cards left, so I guess we're waiting on Brand to show up at this point.
Or Zixor. I want Zixor. Give me the Zixor. I want to see as much stuff as possible to make base cry more before she starts her arena. We got Shimmerfly as well picked up.
Okay, so final 3 picks in succession then. Zeph, Zixor, and Bran.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, Scoops.
Oh, so I see
another AUG Merchant.
Wait, did he get the suite of AUG Merchants?
No, that would be the same. He already got.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, he didn't. He did take Rocket AUG Merchant before. Okay.
Yeah.
So either Infested Goblin here or Violet Warden. I guess Violet Warden has that Kill Command synergy.
Says the Infested Goblin.
Ooh, I'm on.
Hungry Crab.
Crab. I see Cult Master, Hungry Crab, and something that I can't see what it is.
Chop Copter.
Oh, let's say
garbage.
A completely unplayed card.
His curve is so light that he might not ever need DQA because they're just dead already.
He
Clearly
probably,
crab to shore up
he probably has to take the Cult Master here.
I mean, card draw in Arena is nice.
Oh yeah, and he has Unleash to go with it, like for like a huge swing. Got a Bone Wraith. What is this?
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Shimmerfly.
Shimmerfly, these other
he
two
took the
are just
Hungry
kind of
No,
unplayable.
you got to take the 2/5 because you already have Shimmerfly.
Okay.
Oh, he
good.
does. You're right.
I was about to say, didn't he already get offered a
Yeah.
Shimmerfly? So,
I missed that.
yeah, there's a card that ruins your Highlander synergy. There's a card that is a 2-mana 0/6, and there's
I don't see the
other
issue.
card that's not those first two.
Hey, Ron, the 2-mana 0/6 is Kill Command synergy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Oh,
right.
he didn't
wrong.
take Kill
Get it.
Command though.
Take
It's
it.
still
on
Kill
that.
Command synergy. That doesn't change that fact.
We always
Okay.
get Kill Command off of our original Shimmerfly in deck. Easy
Yeah.
pick.
Hey,
The spell
listen,
damage.
it's also Mark Shot synergy.
Aha,
Yeah.
yes.
And Arcane Shot.
Arcane Shot, Rapid
Yeah.
Fire.
Shot.
Rapid fire.
Like
Summoner
that.
Man, this 2-mana 0/6 is looking pretty good, isn't it?
What
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
see is
I
the
don't
face
want
of the person that he kills with a Mana Reservoir Arcane Shot combo.
Ooh, so you have to
Oh,
take
took
the
the-
Oh, he
1/4.
took a
You
second
gotta take the
Shimmerfly.
1/4. Oh, he
Right.
did.
Yeah, he took a second Shimmerfly.
Here, you take the 1/4. You
Really?
cannot have two duplicates, right?
Oh
I don't
man,
think so.
I'm really surprised he took the Shimmerfly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess having only one duplicate in your deck might not be the worst possibility. I mean, there are plenty of decks in Constructed that play multiple duplicates and then... Oh,
Qing.
All right.
Oh,
He's off.
okay.
Off to the
All right.
races.
Oz is going.
Oz not
Going
waiting for
in.
anybody. So, alright, Based, you can start your draft now. Hopefully this goes a little smoother.
All right. So I still have being reimbursed, and I will give this gold back. But anyways, I'll be back.
So welcome to the group again.
Yeah, the
Oh,
single.
dang it! You can see. Wait. So,
Reimbursed! You have a ticket!
dang it!
Hey, nice.
The Singleton Arena Hunter with the double Shimmerfly. Let's
All
go.
right. Based offered Hunter, Paladin, Rogue. Instantly picks Rogue. I think that's the right choice. Rogue is really strong.
I
The
wish
same matchup we did the last All-Star match. Hunter versus
Grabbing a
Rogue.
Cold Blood early.
Vital Fiend here.
Looks strong. Oh, Base is drafting fast. Vile Fiend, really good card.
You can let your ship
Red
here.
Raven? Debating on Raven or Shiv.
I think either one is reasonable.
Yeah, probably has to be Raven. It's just better stats. And that's what she's going with. These here,
Og Merchant.
taking the ping. The other two are bad.
Shout out to the person on Base friend list hitting level 20 Rogue.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, I was a little concerned when Base had that start that she was going to race through this draft, but we're slowing down on pick 4. Does decide to go with the Og Merchant. Now we got Felfin, Leper Gnome, and Dirty Tricks. Maybe Dirty Tricks here.
I like Dirty Tricks.
I was thinking Dirty Trick just because the other two are kind of bad.
Felfin's not terrible for the stats, but yeah, Dirty Tricks seems to be the best. Now, the good Og Merchant, probably going to take that right away. And does.
Ooh. That'll be- and
That'll-
Scribe are
oh,
both good.
Scribe. I think
That's
you go
tough.
Scribe. Yeah, she keeps highlighting Scribe. Scribe is very good.
Ooh, Crusader's good.
Crusader, probably the pick here as well. Another excellent arena card. Considering Ambush, Ambush is solid too. I think Sinister Strike would be a mistake though. There's a Vagrant, take a Vagrant.
Yep. That's a
Another
100%
Crusader
pick.
versus a couple other garbage cards. You take the second Crusader. She may have been hoping to have a Highlander deck, which might be the only thing that's actually giving her hesitation to pick Jungle Panther instead.
Oh no.
She wants to high roll. She
Oh.
wants that Highlander
She
deck.
saw Oz high roll, and she's
I
like,
can
I'm a
see
high
it.
roll too.
Alright, what are these options?
Those were awful. She took the best option she could with Candle Breath. That was a brawler, real quick
Ooh,
pick.
Hippogriff.
Hippogriff also solid, taking it right away.
Mugger's
Mugger,
really good.
definitely take that right away. Hogsteed right away. Yup.
Ooh, Evasive War.
Evasive, probably. Considering anything else, man, she picks fast. Golem, Stormwind Knight, Spitting Camel. Golem
Yeah,
takes
Golem.
Golem. Scrapyard, probably taking Scrapyard. Maybe taking Candle Taker.
I like Candle Taker.
Taker's
She
solid.
thinks she needs more.
Just Scrapyard can win you games.
Yeah. So Oz's first match is against a mage here, and we're about 4 turns in.
And base does go with the Candle Taker, sees a disguised Wanderer and takes it right away. Now checking for dragons because of the Scale Rider offer, but I think it's going to be Spy Mistress here. Yep. And Defias, take Defias. Maybe could take Unidentified Contract. It's solid removal, and she might be thinking she has enough early game already, so Defias isn't necessary. Defias is an excellent card in Arena as well, though. Looks like she wants the contract. Not a bad plan, considering she doesn't have any single target removal right now. Does go with the contract. See a Raider, take a Raider, easy. Og Merchant, better than the other two. Wait, was that a skydiving? Interesting. I did not expect that. Scimitar, also very good pick here. Bug Collector, solid. She could ruin the Highlander at this point with Cold Blood. Nope, gonna stay Highlander with the Deadly Poison. Grabbing a Shadow Weaver. Another option for Defias, probably gonna take it now.
Oh, these are all really good picks.
I think you can give up on the Highlander Dream and take the Mugger. You only got like a few cards left. Yep, she does. And maybe Tiger to close, maybe Plague. Dread Corsair also specifically has good synergy with the Scimitar. I could actually see any one of these being a reasonable choice. Going with the Tiger. Probably the strongest card out of those options.
I tried to keep the Highlander in hopes that I would also get rewarded.
That's what you get for watching Oz's picks.
I mean,
Oz is getting Zephyrist right now on turn 6. Speaking of Highlander.
Oh, baby.
Also, I just like the connection here because apparently Oz says he's playing against Baskin, and you just took a Tiger with your final pick.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
like
Carol
that.
Baskins.
I'm happy with my draft. All right, time to get in games.
Thanks for joining us, Base. Good luck.
Good luck, Base.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, so with that, we are ready to start what is effectively the first actual event of tonight while Arena gets going. We're going to start the Brawl up. A little bit different order from last time. So this is going to be TerdHerder and Electabuzz. Turd from Team Perp, Electabuzz from Team Teal. I'm going to go ahead and let them know they're ready to go, and we will spec them up and get this actually going proper here. And this one, I believe this is the Macaws still. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep. We were blessed twice with good
blessed.
Good brawls. Whatever your insider person is at Blizzard Donde, you need to keep that person to yourself. Don't let them know.
I will let you know when I find out who it is.
We are blessed to have Donde reaching out to the people behind the scenes in Blizzard to make sure that these tavern brawls are going to work out fine for us in this event. Unfortunately, they turned him down when he asked for a way to actually spectate an arena draft, though.
Yeah, you know, you can only really get so much. Yeah. I was just happy that unknowingly one of them called me consistently excellent and highly skilled.
Nice.
That actually happened. I mean, I don't know. I lost like 5,600 legend ranks in 3 days, the last 3 days of the month, so don't talk to me.
I mean, that is consistent.
Consistent with how crappy this meta is. Thanks, Outland. It's been real, it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
Listen, I haven't been this upset with a meta since Ungoro. That was only because of one card. God, I hate Flappy Bird.
Here we go into the Brawl. And we see both hands purple of Macaws. Who would have guessed? This is how it
I am
starts.
determined to win this. Watch.
TerdHerder picked the Rogue, and Electabuzz picked Demon Hunter. We'll see how that affects the bonus spells that each deck gets. Electabuzz gets a Metamorphosis. Seems pretty good.
Might want to just keep that meta, I would imagine.
Oh, that was Mulligan 4. So.
Oh, all right. I didn't even see that one yet. I had just gotten the hand pulled up, so daring escape for all those extra Macaws.
So many macaws. So TerdHerder, not a lot of options here. You could play the second macaw, and the third macaw, and chooses the top deck macaw just to throw his opponent off. It'd be interesting if this Glitter Moth actually activates, considering most of his deck are one cost.
Yeah. I mean, that Glitter Moth is some good value. Turns all of his 1/1s into 1/2s.
Hey, it's they'll trade pretty well.
All right. Oz's first Dragon Queen of the arena run.
Meanwhile, Based in Arena so far has run into Aldor Attendance and a Hand of a Doll. She says, wait, did I just queue into Pure Paladin in Arena?
Just all the standard decks coming out tonight. Alright, so Terra picks up a Conceal, which may or may not be useful at some point. Opts to dagger down the 1/1. And Electabuzz picked up a Charge Murloc from his first macaw, which seems like a pretty good pickup. Let's see what he gets from macaw number 2. Enchanted Raven.
Oh, not bad.
We have pulled up the live feed of Ozmanaut's draft, or arena run, I should say, going up in the top right corner of your screen. So you will start to see, as we cycle through other events as well, we'll try to keep everybody apprised of everything that's happening at all times.
Started really getting a lot of expensive beasts from his macaws.
Ozmanaut had an early board game tempo here, but lost to a Zephyrus, and he's been slowly clawing back against this mage.
Turd finally gets a beast that's cheaper than 5, and then another one that balances it out, so he maintains his average of 5 cost beasts from the macaws.
Meanwhile, Based kind of struggling to stay alive here against this Pure Paladin that she's been facing so far, but they're kind of chance.
Electabuzz hovering.
I know there's a way. You're fast! I'm faster!
He's back.
Hey, welcome back, Donde.
Hey, Donde. Did the stream stay up?
The stream stayed up. I got booted from Discord.
Excellent.
Donde, I missed you.
Well, thank you guys for missing
We
me.
didn't talk anything bad about you while you're gone.
Yeah,
Not
he's
at
really
all.
gonna enjoy watching this VOD.
He can't. He couldn't hear us, Ron.
Ron, you handle this word.
Learn something new every day. Alright. I think so far Buzz has gotten the advantage of beasts in the early game, but this one might last long enough for all of Turd's 5 cost beasts to come into play, so
That's exciting.
pretty dramatically. As soon as I say that, yeah, he picks up the 9 costs. So the Glitter is not active. Unfortunate. Staring down a little bit of a threatening board on the other side. Turd can shuffle in some spiders. He can play a Rat Pack. Look for something else. That's pretty good. Hippogriff puts up a wall. Sells the 2/2. Not a bad option.
Base still trying to keep her head above water in this pure paladin matchup. It's getting a little bit closer now, and they're starting to run out of resources. So she's doing everything she can to keep the hopes alive in game 1.
Oz is also out of resources in his hand, and facing fairly a big board from the mage with a 7/7 out there.
That Jan'alai is a pretty bad beast for Electabuzz.
Well, it could be good after he plays.
I forgot about Metamorphosis. Actually, yeah.
Yep.
That's insane.
That'll be active then.
Never mind. I'm just bad at this game.
No,
yeah, you are.
It's not an interaction you see every day, considering one of the cards isn't in standard and couldn't be played by Demon Hunter anyway, so pretty crazy though. Turd could look to set up some sort of Mookless play here if he plays a couple minions down and then plays Conceal behind it. Looks like that's what he's going to go for. Though he's trading off the 1/1, so maybe not, but we'll see. I think it's still probably a good option. Yeah, I like this. Good job, Turd.
Yeah, and I definitely want to see Electabuzz get the Metamorphosis down, start pumping it.
Yeah, at this point, for sure. No reason not to. Nothing
Oh,
really threatening.
Soul Split is pretty awkward.
Yeah, unlikely to have any demons to play with it. Yeah, I think Meta would be pretty awesome. Maybe he doesn't think about the interaction yet, but as soon as he realizes it, I imagine that Meta is going to be slammed down.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing it now.
Going to get it online.
The first activation of it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he wasn't going to be able to slam the Jan'alai next turn anyways.
Right. Yeah, he's going to need 2 turns. So, but you know, in 2 turns he can have it active. So.
Yeah.
Got some fireworks in arena as Based got a Priestess of Fury off of Bizarre Mugger that helped clean up her opponent's Onyxia's 1/1 board. It's been crazy.
That's awesome. Turd has going face. He has decided that these 1/1s are nothing to worry about and likes his advantage. I imagine that Buzz will respond by metamorphosing down the Mooklas. Probably wants to do that before playing Soul Cleave, but we'll see what order he chooses.
And a Cult Master along with more weapons than an Onyxia proved to be too much. Based is down 0-1 at the start of this arena run.
Interesting target there.
Yeah, I wonder.
Oh, that was a nice Soul Cleave.
And Oz's opponent got a Cenarius off his Transmogrifier and is currently about to destroy Oz unless he can pull something crazy out here.
So are both of our participants going to start 0-1 in the arena? Oh, man.
Yep. Looks that way.
I mean, is everybody ready for this 0-3 tiebreaker match?
They both go 0-2. Only one win wins the arena run.
Volcanosaur probably makes the most sense. Stay out of range, especially with stealth. I think I like stealth here. The health is an option too. Either way, it protects it from the meta being cleared up. Although it will not protect from the incoming Ragnaros that Buzz is going to play next turn.
Alright, Base starting off game 2 against the Hunter. We'll see how it goes.
Yep, and that does it for Oz. Down 0-1, moving into game 2.
Here we go, Demon Hunter playing Ragnaros. It does present a little bit of a decision here on what to use the meta on. Do you want to hit the 2/2 just to, and then bump your 2/3 into the 1/1 to maximize it hitting the 6/10? I guess choosing to not do it yet. Yeah. I guess he just doesn't like his meta targets and doesn't want to spend the use on it.
Again, I wonder if there's a possibility that it just didn't go as interact.
Possibly. He will next turn when it shows up in bright yellow.
Yeah.
I don't know if Turk's gonna have an answer even to what's on the board right now.
The secret of Hearthstone, by the way. Play the green cards, especially the yellow cards.
Yellow cards are the best.
Thank you, RonMexico.
Words of wisdom.
So it does have the Razor Pedal volley, so you can clean up most of this. Weasel Tumbler, not a great option. A little bit annoying, but nothing more. So it'll probably end up leaving just the 2-3 on the board. I imagine his Volcanosaur will take out the 2-4 and finish off this other 1-1 with the other pedal, perhaps. Okay. So maybe a trade, maybe another trade. And we could see a 1-5 for lethal.
Excellent maneuvering.
Arena update. Based's Bizarre Muggers have been absolutely insane. She just got a Ysera Unleashed off of the second one that she's played during this run.
Wow.
That is actually now our featured match on the top right of the screen as well. We swapped over when Ozma's first game ended to feature Based's second game here.
I think if you're Electabuzz here, you're hero powering into the 1-1, trading into the 3-2.
I agree with that.
Maximum chance for the Ragnaros to end it.
Yeah, Ragnaros either ends it, or kills the 6-8, or the worst case, it hits the 2-2. But two of those three options are really good. So
yeah, and the other one is really bad.
So right after I sang the praises of Bizarre Mugger, Base got an Aldor attendant off of the next one.
Ragnaros the Sniper ends game 1 for Electabuzz.
Ooh, nice. Based with a solid draw of a Raider here. Has been on the back foot for the majority of this game, but has a heavy card advantage.
For Ozmanaut, game 2 here has been on the board and well ahead the whole time. Has his opponent down to 17 by turn 4.
Based a little bit punished by not dealing with a Moarg, has an explosive trap kill her 3 health minions. And immediately ripping a Dalaran Crusader right off the top, along with another taunt, trying to finally swing this game back into her favor here. The taunts should help quite a bit in getting back on track. But that's yet another Faceless Corruptor from her opponent, who's already played Facelesses earlier. And that's a lot of damage still coming her way.
Would you say her opponent's a no-face gamer?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Sympathy chuckles all around.
That's all I was looking for, Donde. That's all I look for.
And Base can only say, through, but getting smorked. Don't know if it's that much of a throw, really. Her opponent just keeping up the pressure like crazy, and Base starting off 0-2.
Oh no.
Also, our prediction might be right. First person to win a game takes the arena.
Could be.
I mean, I'm just hoping they both go 0-3 and we have to have a tiebreaker match.
It's just
right.
Everyone plays BGs against me.
There you go. That sounds like a winning plan.
Here we're getting back to the Brawl, and we're going to Demon Hunter mirror this time.
Yeah, Turd switching it up, deciding that Demon Hunter, the best class everywhere else, might as well be the best class in Brawl too. Full mulligan of the Macaws, and see how many Macaws he gets back.
I love that strat.
Buzz actually drew an Immolation Aura in his opening hand and decided to keep it, so did not get the full Macaw. Turd again with the 5 cost beast strat from his Oz. Didn't work out great for him last time, so see if anything's different this time around.
Once again, Electabuzz going with the low-cost space strat.
I like that plan from Electabuzz. It's good thinking.
Swapping over to the end of Darkhawk's second game, Ozmanaut that is, on the picture-in-picture.
Yeah, he's been aggroing down his Shaman opponent. New class. I don't know what class this really is. Can't tell what the specialty of it is.
A Murloc of some kind.
Yeah, a Murloc of some sorts. But he almost had his opponent dead on turn 6, but they had Witch's Brew to heal him back up by 12. But now the Shaman's back where he was. And there we have it. Shaman concedes. Oz wins his second game, or the second match, so his first game of the run.
And that could end up being an insurmountable lead for Base.
It very well could be, although Base doesn't look like she's in that bad shape right now against a warrior. It is turn 3, and she's got a little bit of board presence, but the way her run has been going...
She's about to get Zephyrist.
Could do it, right?
Swapped back to Base to see if she can match Ozmanaut's 1 win to start.
So Turd continues with the 5-cost Beast, getting a Starving Buzzard this time. Electabuzz continuing to hero power just to keep the 1/1s off the board. And Turd plays a Raptor Hatchling. Turd opting with the Coordinated Strike, I think, to set up his Spectral Cipher next turn, potentially.
Oz's game 3 is into another Shaman.
So are we thinking opponent RNG might be the decider in arena?
For these runs, yes.
Yeah, very commonly that is actually how your runs get decided. You know, you can draft an incredible deck, think you're gonna stomp everybody, and then run into like Zephyrus after Zephyrus as an example, and there's just nothing you can do.
I believe we determined it as Zephyri.
That's right.
Zephyr Geese.
Zephyr Geeses.
Level Turd gets duplicate exploding Blowbats from his Macaws this turn. Actually, might not be terrible, but probably didn't want 2 of them.
Base finally drawing some things that she wants to have in a game. A turn 6 Evasive Worm, a turn 7 Cursed Vagrant setup with complete control of the board. And the message, now we curve stoning. Well said, Based.
Seems like Base is here just to have a good time, win or lose. That's what I like to see.
This is the goal of the All-Star match, so everyone's a winner.
Except for RonMexico.
Oh, and the opponent plays a Shavara with 7 health on board. The only thing that doesn't die is the thing that would have given her a 9-1. That feels awful.
Poor Based.
She's had just the absolute worst RNG in this entire run so far. Still gets to clear her opponent's board with swinging the weapon and drop a Cursed Vagrant. You know, still putting some pressure on, but her opponent definitely has her, outgunned as far as card advantage goes.
Turd with 3 1/1s on the board, forcing out the Immolation Order from Buzz. They're really trying to keep board clear for his own Macaws to come down untested. Not quite as good a beast, although that 8-2 stealth would be really tough to deal with unless Turd puts down a bloat bat proactively. It doesn't get answered. But Turd looking at that Spectral Sight, he's got Armageddon for next turn to boost up his King of Beasts, so nice little bit of synergy there. Give him better standing in this game. Not having to worry about Aragnos will probably also help.
I will find a way.
Picks up a couple extra Macaws. Let's see what's in the Macaw box.
Man.
Base going all in. Has been pushing a lot of damage and must be frustrated to have a Dirty Tricks up since like turn 2 that just has never been triggered. Her opponent's literally never played a spell. But getting close. Opponent's at 11 health.
Oz's opponent has generated 3 random lackeys, and 3 of them have been Cobalt lackey.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Shooting Magoots all 3 times.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well, his opponent is taking all of the shots.
Wait, hold on. I'm surprised Donde knew there were other lackeys besides Evolve.
I've heard rumors. Like it's like a fantastical legend to me. As I lay down to sleep at night and I read from Aesop's fables, it tells this tale of this wondrous land of other lackeys, but all I see are witchies when I close my eyes.
Nice! Base finally gets a win. Her opponent, for some reason, played a Plague of Wrath when it didn't seem good. Drew base some cards. Opponent made a bad trade right after that, and then just straight up conceded. So
the shame conceded.
Shame conceded.
Base says it was an appreciated choice. And she is on the board, so now it's back on Oz to see if he can regain that lead.
I'm sure her opponent was probably glad that nobody was watching that, except that in reality there are multiple dozens of people who witnessed the shame concede.
Oh, Sergio numbers.
I was gonna say the name didn't show up on stream, but there you go. Everyone needs to hear it.
Way to go, Ron. Way to rat out her opponent.
I mean, I didn't say which numbers.
So you sure how narrowed it down for everyone out there?
Meanwhile, Darkhawk is going against all the berries right now.
See, it's a reasonable amount of anonymity.
There's a reasonable amount of berries that Oz is facing right now.
Oops, all berries.
Oops, all berries.
A fine cereal choice in the morning.
So this game was like Buzz's turn to get the overcosted beasts with the 8-2 stealth, King Mosh, they call it a Rhino. Finally picks up something that's a little cheaper in the Bear Shark, but Turd hitting his stride here with some good options to play. Opts for could play this Ravenous Pterodax to get some good adepts, but opts to go with the King of Beasts. Comes down with a 6-8. Pretty strong.
Turns out 6-8 taunts are pretty good.
And just to keep everybody up to date, we've slid back over to Darkhawk/Ozmanaut up in the top right.
Ozmanaut got a Varanus off his Primordial Explorer that he uses there to clear off their Shavara. And just keeps the board pressure going, beating down this unknown class that I think was just recently introduced to Hearthstone. But I didn't see it in the patch notes.
Yeah, sometimes they stealth add things in like that.
Yeah.
So sneaky.
Ooh, a walking fountain.
Buzz with not a lot of good options to answer this 6-8. Ops just sacrifices Cave Hydra to kill one of the 1/1s, but this puts Turd in a pretty good position to take control of this game. If he can do anything about the 8-2 before it attacks, which he doesn't have a way to activate his Bolt Bat, so it'll just sit there and threaten it, but...
Oh, he does. He absolutely does.
He does, yeah, you're right, the Pterodax. Good call. You think I was remembering that I just talked about the Pterodax a second ago.
It's okay, Icicles. We still love it.
Off on me.
Oh!
And also Tuna's rubbing off on me.
What do you mean? What did I do?
Insulting Ron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll get there one day. Have all of THL insulting RonMexico.
I feed off of your hate.
No, you don't. That's just what people say when they want to stop me hating them.
Oh, this is a chunky Pterodax.
Interesting side note here. Base's shame conceit opponent has actually added her as a friend, but so far Sergio keeps his silence. I will update if Sergio speaks.
Incoming novel.
We are absolutely switching over to base now.
We have to stay tuned for Sergio many numbers to respond.
Sergio started spectating.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oz's opponent here on the arena run drops a second walking fountain of the game, and that completely devastated Oz's board.
So Buzz at least answers the big taunt, but is not going to be able to stop this Pterodax from smacking him in the face, right?
Oz dropped to 1 and 2, I believe, correct?
Nope, still 1-1.
I thought I saw his face explode.
No. And still only his third game. Oz here for game 3, just living on a prayer. Nothing in hand, just hoping he can get there on what he got on board.
So Turd might get greedy here, play out the Dragonhawk, but opts to go a little bit smaller and wider with the Messenger Raven. He's offered 2 not great picks and 1 pretty good one and running. Expensive, but at least it does something. Plays out some more Macaws, gets some more Beast. Oh, it's his turn to get the 8-2 stuff.
Oz's opponent drops an Eye of the Storm on him with Oz only having a 1-2 on board.
Well, that's got to be Oz at 1 and 2.
Yeah. Maybe Donde saw into the future of Oz's face exploding.
Sorry.
Donde cursed him.
Base is in a very back and forth rogue mirror with her back against the wall. Game 4, sitting at 1 and 2, and opponent on turn 7 drops a Vanguard. Doesn't look great.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get through here. Cold Blood, maybe.
Excellent maneuvering.
She could tank 4 damage and use the Hippogriff and the Cold Blood. No longer an option now.
So Turd could wrap this game up next turn. If Buzz drops the Mosh, Turd wins. If Buzz drops the Akali, Turd wins. I don't see any other options unless he tries for something else off the Macaw, but Mosh comes down, kills the 8-3, but Turd can wrap this up. He plays Mukla for his own bananas. Get him lethal. See if he spots it. He's hovering over it. He sees that he gets bananas, and he plays it.
Kind of interesting there how Turd ended up getting 2 Weasel Headless instead.
Yep. Game 2 goes to Turd, so we are tied 1-1 in this Brawl best of 3.
And that was the end of Ozmanaut there. Does drop game 3, moving into game 4, 1 and 2.
Nasty combo for base opponent, playing a Cold Blood on the Bone Chewer Vanguard and then playing Potion Vendor to heal it up. Very fortunately, though, Based already had an Evasive Worm, top decked a Ethereal Og Merchant, could have played that if she chose to, but gonna use her own Cold Blood and another trade to help clear up this board from her opponent. Very low on health, though. And Based in a lot of trouble here, not holding any taunts, not having any way to effectively clear up most of the power on the board. May just be facing the end of the run.
Dun dun dun.
And Ozmanaut up against a Demon Hunter here in his game 4.
As game 3 of the Brawl starts right now with Electabuzz and TerdHerder knotted up at 1.
Yep. Turd throws back a full hand of Macaws, gets 2 back, and a Blur. Meanwhile, Electabuzz gets more AoE. He switched to Priest this game, as opposed to Demon Hunter. So he has the Breath of the Infinite in his hand, along with 3 Macaws.
Yeah, and Based with absolutely no way to clear up enough power to avoid losing this game. This is going to be the end for Based. A 1-3 arena run. If Oz can pick up an additional victory, it is over.
Man, this
a crazy arena run. Yeah, compared to what happened on Monday.
Really fast. Yeah.
Monday we had both players with at least 5 wins, I believe, and tonight the winner might take it with 2.
Based asks, so Oz went 1-3 also, right?
Close. I mean who knows?
It's a possibility.
So once again, Buzz gets the Raptor Hatchling. Didn't pay on the last game, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
He does not have an answer for this Hyena, which won't get any bigger next turn, but still represents a pretty decent bet. threat.
Quite interesting seeing Turd get a 2-cost beast.
Yeah, definitely breaking the mold on his first 2 games.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, he's deciding to change up the strat a little bit here. See how that works out.
So Buzz sets up to make sure his Breath of the Infinite next turn will kill this hyena. TerdHerder picks up like Chameleos. That's always fun. I bet it's going to give him a Macaw though. Stegonon's not bad. Probably wants to hero power the 2/1, just to, at least in his mind, keep his hyena safe. But we can see Buzz next turn is almost certainly going to play the Breath to clear the board.
And Ozmanaut has fallen behind on board against his Demon Hunter. Currently not looking good for him.
The best, best option.
Amazing.
Yeah, best option for Turd off the Chameleos with the Bear Shark, something you can actually play now. It isn't the Macaw, so you might opt to just drop that on the board. Get probably what may end up being the best value out of Chameleos in the short term. Thinking about it. Could just play more Macaws. Could play Duskboard.
I know there's a way.
Gonna see what's in the Macaw box first. Ooh, Tundra Rhino. You like to see that when you're Death full of beasts. So once again, Turd presenting a threat that Buzz can't answer yet. As Priest does not have the ping that Demon Hunter has, the hero power. Sandwasp Queen, not bad. A little extra gas. Bear Shark makes sense as well. How's that odd game looking?
His opponent dropped a Faceless Corruptor and cleared up his board again. So, falling behind, nothing really to do in hand. Oz once again living on a prayer to try to steal this game.
Looks like Buzz is gonna do the hand dump of all his Macaws and a Penguin. That's pretty good at holding a Direwolf Alpha. So Turd looks like Stegonon might be good here, just to block all of that damage coming in. Protect his 4/1. Start pushing some of his face. Maybe pick off the Penguin. Turd, you monster. That's okay. No heart for cute animals from TerdHerder.
This Direwolf is looking pretty strong here.
Direwolf's going to be very good for making some good trades. Can follow it up with the Sandwasp Queen. Can follow it up with another Macaw. Could also drop the Bear Shark. A lot of options here. Being able to clear most of the board. But starting with the Alpha. Getting the good trades. It looks like Queen's coming down. So we'll probably see another 2/1 behind it. And for the first time, it looks like Buzz might be taking the initiative in this game. Turd has decided to turn that Chameleos into just a scout on his opponent's hand and finally turns into a Macaw. After 2 other decent options. Looking at Tundra Rhino as basically a rush minion now. Take out the Alpha and give him control of the board. I'm going to check Macaw first. It's another Blowbat. Alright, I will pay attention to see if he actually has an activator this time.
Interesting, he seems like he might be interested in keeping the Chameleos.
Yeah, I think it seems like he wants to know what beasts are coming down from Buzz's side. So this is pretty strong. So we do see Buzz with the Grizzled Guardian. Not playable yet, but should synergize pretty well with pulling out a couple extra Macaws that will kill a Battlecry, but at least put something on the board. So maybe that's not that good, actually. I say that out loud. Pretty good minions for Buzz, though. No good trades for Terd to make here. Burn's not too bad. Could play the Corpse Widow and the Blowbat behind it, but opts to just keep playing the cause. Dread Raven, it's fine. I mean, he does have charge right now, so he does have the ability to make some good trades if he chooses. He could play the Blowbat now and run into one of these minions, and then trade one of the 1/1s off. Looks like that's what he's leaning towards. Or he could just Hero Power if he doesn't want to trade another Macaw into it. So they're pretty fortunate the last 2 games on getting a Blowbat and having a way to activate it right away. And is going to keep his Thunder Rhino alive for one more turn, unless Buzz draws something to deal with it.
Oz's opponent dropped a State Overseer the turn before and has dropped a couple 5/6s now. And Oz really has no way of dealing with this board from his Demon Hunter opponent. So
it really just sounds like we've seen a bunch of standard decks in Arena, based on Mel's commentary.
Pretty much, yeah. It's been pretty
the
close.
opponents for Based and Oz have just been unreal with the decks that they've been able to put together. It really is starting to look like we're going to have a best of 1 here with 2 1 and 3 runs.
Oof.
We'll see. We haven't unleashed the beast here to clear up at least one of these 5 attack minions, but things are still not looking good for him.
That's
Just gonna
still
probably
minimum of 8 coming back his way. Oz trying to target
Oz.
an untargetable.
You can't arcane shot that, buds.
This might have been a good turn for Terd to play the Chameleos with the Tomb Spider, but nope, he's going to just keep it in hand, play out the Dread Raven, play out the Infested Wolf, just keep control of his board. He's prioritizing keeping this Tundra Rhino alive, which right now is just dominating this game for him. Buzz is probably looking at that Grizzled Guardian this turn to deal with this. Interesting, Terd plays Blur for reasons. I don't know if he can do that.
This will be grisly.
For an arena update, what do we got here, Tuna?
Oz is dead.
Yeah,
he's playing out his final turn, but Oz is very dead here on this turn. So
Oh my
players
god.
do 1 and 3. Yep, and there's the concede.
Might be
by Oz.
illegal? Yeah, that's no. He's gonna be 1 off.
Oh
this point.
man!
No, I take it back. No, this should be lethal because he'll get the 1/1s, the 1/1 spiders or beasts, right? If they are, then
Yes.
he makes that trade, and then he makes a couple more trades, and then Gazrila comes down, and Terd is going to take this Brawl Series 2-1 off the power of an unkillable Thunder Rhino. So
Nice.
congrats to Terd and Team Purple.
Yeah.
All right then.
and we've got quite an exciting development in the arena portion of our series of games here, with Ozmanaut having the exact same run as basedinc. Both players going 1 and 3, which means we got ourselves a playoff.
We're gonna so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have both players recreate their arena decks, and they're gonna best of 1 each other with them, and that will decide who wins the arena event.
So very different outcome than last All-Star, where we had just a dominant run by Anfall in arena that put him far and away ahead to win that portion of the competition. This one, both players have actually generously agreed to recreate those arena decks that they just had awful runs with, and we're going to see how these stack up against each other.
This is crazy.
So they are going to go ahead and make the decks then, and just so everyone knows, we have the scoreboard up on the screen here showing where we are at right now, which is a 1-0 purple lead in events and pending the arena final run. So we are going to get the best of 5 started, and we are going to use that as our secondary match. While we get that started, we will watch the conclusion, the exciting conclusion of the arena match here. That is going to be our main event here until that concludes. I will let the players know, which will be TheChronic and Pasca playing in the best of 5, that they can go ahead and ban up, though.
Excellent.
I hope they brought memes. I really do.
Just because it's the try-hard portion of the competition doesn't mean you really have to try hard.
Oh my god. You know what, like, I thought we were done with the whole meme discussion when we changed the format. And you two idiots have to bring it back up.
Always memes.
You're welcome.
Wait, you two idiots. Hold on now.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's right, too, and I'm putting you with Rom right now.
Oh.
Own it,
Built
buddy.
by association.
Own it.
I'm unsubbing to RonMexico right now.
Embrace your destiny. I cannot wait to see this best of one arena clash between Based and Oz. I know she's hard at work making these decks, generously also allowing borrow the deck since he may not have all the cards, so we can have this spectacle unfold.
Alright, so hopefully we will be getting not only the best of 5 going here, but also that concluding arena match. This was an exciting turn of events. You know, of course we planned a contingency for a tie in the arena. We did not run into it in the legacy run of the All-Star match, but we, both didn't have players that had as bad luck, I guess, as both Base and Oz had during this.
Yeah, both decks were pretty good from both players, but they ran into some constructed opponents, on their arena run here.
Yeah, I remember we were getting pretty hyped when Oz was offered a Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, but sometimes that just happens. You can get offered some great cards, but still just run into a never-ending string of opponents that crush you, and that's how it went down. 1 in 3, though, really unusual to see for both players. Glad we already had a contingency in place, so we're going to get more excitement with these decks.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see Base rage out if if Oz drops the Dragon Queen on her. Base with no legendaries in her deck. Oz with just the one.
I quite enjoy the extra element that this is essentially now open list arena in a best of 1 because both players have perfect information on their opponent's decks.
While we are waiting for the best of 1 to start, I'm going to pop the classes up on screen for the best of 5.
It does look like they are getting into the best of 5.
Very nice. I asked for bans, haven't got them yet. But the classes are, for Team Purple and TheChronic, it is Hunter, Priest, Shaman, Warrior. So a lot of Shaman tonight. And for Pasca, it is Hunter, Mage, Rogue, Warrior. And no bans yet, I assume. However, it will probably both be Warriors.
Looks like we're going to see a Rogue leadoff from TheChronic versus a Shaman leadoff from Pasca. TheChronic going with the Tempo Hanar on 2. Very interesting.
Sounded like someone's mic got attacked by a ghost just a second ago.
I heard it too.
Everything's fine.
Icicles, you okay over there?
We're dead. No, that wasn't me. I also heard it, which means one of you.
I mean, Ron's the one that muted himself just now, so let's all blame Ron and move on.
Yeah.
Blaming Ron is what we do best here.
You see we're playing really fast. Chronic's just going to make the trade there. And Chronic has a 2-4 and R setup versus Pasca really with not too many good ways to answer it. She's going to have to set him up again.
It was a pretty good start for Chronic here with the unanswered Hanar.
All right.
Go off with it.
And we're into the arena best of 1. It looks like Base will be on the play, and Oz will be on coin here. But Dragon Queen in his opening mulligan. Let's see if he decides to keep it.
Very interesting. Chronic
It never punishes you.
Yeah, never.
Isn't deciding to go off with the Hanar here. Just choosing to make a huge questing adventure.
Yeah, it makes sense. You don't know what the Shaman's doing. You don't know if they're going to have an answer for it. Steam's not going to be enough to carry the rest of the board, but not the questing, so this makes sense.
Yeah.
Ozmanaut does draw one of his 2 Shimmer Flies, so his Dragon Queen, whenever he does find it, is active.
And exciting news from Based, Sergio is back spectating the Shane Conceder himself. So Based, with the power of her secret spectator, might have a little bit of an edge.
I don't know if we want to call that the power of Sergio numbers.
Is Sergio digits like does he know what's going on right now? Because I mean, he's specking a friendly match and he's just like, man, I just saw this deck.
It's like, he's like, did they just build this on standard to play? What is happening?
So many questions, and yet still
so
silent.
many numbers.
Chronic with a big board, but quickly running out of cards.
This might be enough, depending on what Pasca gets off this Marsh Bond. Needs an Earthshock. Yeah. Needs something. Lightning Bolt's not
Lightning Bolt for now?
Bad. I think you take the Lightning Bolt because you basically eat one more hit from this questing adventure and then potentially can Maximus it down next turn.
Yeah.
You probably well, you can't trade. So this Ambusher is going to take out the 3/4.
Oh.
Or you just get bounced. But he's still only going to be able to play 1 card unless he bounces his Assassin, which probably isn't going to happen. So
yeah,
Pasca will be able to kill this questing adventure next turn.
And playing a Primordial Explorer, getting offered Twin Tyrant, Malagos, and Skystalker, and takes the Twin Tyrant here for his turn 4.
So he does opt to bounce the Marsh Swan. And we'll see if the damage done by this questing adventure is enough to get him there, because he's not going to have much follow-up. The 5-mana King Crush, 5-mana 5/5. Unfortunately not playable this turn, but it is fun to see.
And as an update, just so everyone is aware, I received notice that both Hunters were banned in the best of 5. So no Hunters this evening. It'll be Priest, Shaman, Warrior versus Mage, Rogue, Warrior.
And back in the land of shenanigans, Based is playing a Bizarre Mugger and finds a Cleric of Scales off of the Mugger. So while it was creating some great cards early, it's really letting her down at this point.
The land of shenanigans.
Active Scale Rider alert.
Yeah, honestly, every time he's drawn his Scale Rider has always been active. He's really good at this game.
Chronic was looking at not a lot to do, but picked up the Shield of Galakrond to give him a Lackey to pair with his Top for next turn, so that will give him the reload that he was looking for. Meanwhile, Pasca is trying to get back into this game with a 3-cast of a Witch's Brew to bring him back up to 16 life. Gonna get the bad news about this Hunter Trap when his Maximus gets bumped back to his hand, leaving Chronic with the entire board he had to start this turn.
So, wrong question about Base's deck. Are there any dragons in it for this Candle Breath or the Cleric of the Scales that she just picked up?
I don't believe so. I'm actually just double checking. I think there's one. There's an evasive worm. I'm just double checking to see if there's any others. But very interesting that Oz is playing sort of a dragon hunter, and Based is just holding some dragon synergy cards with no dragon. It's gotta feel weird.
Kind of looking over his options for Donde strategy. I think the wand makes the most sense here, but he might be looking at this. Oh, he takes Goblet. Wow, going for the
Very
huge reload. This could pay off in a big way, or it could just massively backfire. I'm excited either way.
Wait, someone took Goblet?
Took Goblet with
yeah,
with only one card in hand. Kind of makes sense. He's going to get a whole lot of something.
Hopefully that something is good.
There's a couple game-winning options. At this rate, would end this game right now if that's in his deck. And we're going to find out what's in the Goblet. It's Flick! Holy
oh my
god! That is not bad.
Pasca will never get another minion on board.
That's nonsense.
Pasca's about to get start fatiguing in about 3 turns. Oh, is that a double? Gone. Is that another double? Gone.
Meanwhile, Based has sort of pivoted to just an aggro stealth rogue with a couple of stealth minions on the board, and Ozmanaut responding with a taunt.
Oz can clear up one of the stealths here with the multi-shot, if he so chooses.
Probably a good move to make at this point to get that 3-1 out of the way, but Oz seems to disagree, just wants the Diving Griffin and another taunt.
Just going wide as possible this turn, pushing as much damage. I like it.
Which
Pasca, nice Katrina.
He uses Flick number 4. But let's find out. No, he's going for number 1? Nope, number 2.
What's
so
in
many
the
options.
Flick?
And this board looks like it's going to spell disaster for Based.
Oh,
wow. Oz.
Slam the Dragon Queen for fun,
wow.
Even though you have lethal.
I would like to point out that Chronic waited until Valera said so many options before playing a Flick.
He was trying to decide which Flick. All right, there's too many of them.
Yeah, he was sitting there saying, "What the Flick?"
And Walking Fountain only going to get a single heal, and there's not going to be a second Walking Fountain to come out.
That one's not a bad pickup to follow up with
Donde,
number 2.
look away. Donde, look away. He's about to play an emblem.
Oh, I know. I saw it. It's too late, man.
It's only gonna probably an 8/8, I guess. Backstab.
Let's see what Base draws off this Dirty Seekers to try to keep her alive next turn. Not good cards here for Base.
What's the top deck?
Another Bizarre Mugger. Okay.
Let's see what's in the Mugger.
What's in the Mugger?
No,
summoning portal.
Oh,
my
that ain't cheap.
And that's gonna do it.
Losing portal.
Based finding the lethal on herself. Done. And Oz is gonna pick up the victory for his team and win the arena portion.
This arena run was great the whole way through.
That was actually amazing. And Sergio still silent on the sidelines. Just silently watching, with who knows what kind of judgments.
I believe what you're thinking is, I lost to that?
I shame conceded to that.
Pasca not able to kill the Emblem, and that's going to be lethal for Chronic.
Flick number 3.
Flicking a totem. That's where we're at right now.
Might as well. You've got 5 more. Game 1 goes to Chronic.
Yes.
The Goblet play pays off. And since we are playing Last Hero Standing, Pasca's options now with his Hunter band can either be the Priest or the Warrior. I think that's right. If I'm looking at the... Yeah. So I would probably think the warrior comes out next, most likely, to deal with this rogue. And that is what Pasca has decided. Looks like we got Deathwing, we got Blaze Storm, so this could be Bomb Warrior. Should be a pretty good matchup for this rogue. We've already seen what this rogue can do, so I'm excited to see how this Bomb Warrior responds. And that is a Dragonmawk Rusher, or Poacher, excuse me, the 4/4 that gains 4/4 and Rush if your opponent controls a dragon. So depending on what lackey's Chronic pulls, that could end up being a pretty good value.
Job's done.
Chronic opened up with a Dirty Tricks. Pretty decent option when your opponent has the coin, knowing that you're going to probably get immediate value off of it. And that's what happens. Pasca plays down the Evil Quartermaster, which plays right into the Chronic's Steel Fate. Pretty much going according to script for the Chronic, but I think Pasca long term probably likes the way that this matchup sets up, so just needs something more to do. Right now just playing on a lackey, gives him a 3/2, not terrible. Chronic picks up one of Donde's favorite lackeys. Only Donde's favorite lackey.
It can only, yeah, I was gonna say it's only my favorite because there are no other lackeys.
There are no other lackeys. One of the many witchy lackeys that Donde is familiar with.
Donde, you know what the other lackeys do at this point?
I mean, I've heard like they do fun stuff, but I mean, like Rush is one of them, right? That's a thing it does.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lackey itself rushes. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Chronic turns his 1/4 into a 5/4 using Donde's favorite lackey. Pretty good upgrade. Pasca is sitting on 2 Battle Rages. Shield Slams the 5/4. Just look for a skipper or something to activate these Battle Rages. He goes ahead and plays the Armor Smith. Kind of early, but not with a lot of other options.
Give me a quest.
Chronic, sensing a little bit of weakness from Pasca, decides to play out the questing. Generally speaking, questings aren't going to live too long against Warrior, but you've already seen his Shield Slam and not too much other development. It's not a bad idea, just to see if you can get away with it. Ted, do you have a favorite in this matchup between the Bomb Warrior and the Secret Rogue? Either that you prefer playing?
Definitely just the Bomb Warrior. I just kind of am not a big fan of Rogue in general.
Gotcha.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah. Like, it feels like every time I'm playing it, I draw horribly, and every time I'm playing against it, I'm facing a huge minion on turn 4.
So Chronic, Pasca picks up the skipper a turn after playing the Armor Smith, so a little bit of a punish. Opts to play out the 4/4 to clear the board instead of dealing with the Questing Adventurer, and it wouldn't be surprised to see Chronic just go ahead and flick that risky skipper away. It does leave his Questing Adventurer vulnerable, but that risky skipper is just such a really important card for the Warrior that getting rid of it for the rest of the game is very tempting. He does decide instead to build a 4/4 Edwin and trade off the risky skipper with the Questing Adventurer. So he's built a very threatening board here. Pasca picks up Corsair Cash, which gives him a really good option for clearing something here. Picks up the Wrench Caliber. He might want to go with the Shield Slam now, despite not being able to do anything else, but at the same time, developing the Wrench Caliber is important as well. Opts to Battle Rage for 1 and kill off this Questing Adventure. I think that's probably smart. I think he can handle the rest of the board relatively easily compared to that Questing, which was threatening to get out of hand.
Yeah, Chronic just slamming Galakrond. Playing Galakrond on 7 usually seems pretty good. Feels kind of bad when you're only getting 1 card, but...
Yeah, I think there's probably the best of some bad options. Not a good draw off Galakrond just getting a 1 mana card for 1 mana doesn't feel great. But his other options, no lackeys for Top Waggle, no secrets for the Stunner, and no good target for Flick. So just playing Galakrond and being able to generate the value going forward makes a lot of sense. And it's probably a matchup you don't want to draw too many cards in anyway, knowing that your deck is going to be full of bombs soon. Now Pasca plays the Corsair Cache to get another weapon out. Probably playing the Rich Caliber now. I imagine this just goes face. Start shuffling those bombs in.
Just want to point out the nerf hurting Pasca a little bit. He did not have the option to kill the 4/4.
Right.
I would also like to point out, as we have been rapid-firing events, that this is now a 1-1 match between Purple and Teal. As with base falling in the arena match, that means Teal picks up the win there, and TerdHerder, as we saw, got the win in the Brawl event to make it 1-1. So this will not wrap up this match for either team, no matter who ends up winning the best of 5.
I really like a pickup by TheChronic of old school Alex in this matchup, because you don't want this game going long. If you can build a board quickly before they can answer it, then slam down Alex and kill them quickly, then that is a great path to victory for the Rogue. Chooses the wand off of Top Idol, which also makes a lot of sense. No goblet shenanigans in this game. I think you definitely want the free cards.
Well, but here we have Pasca picking into Dr. Doom, which is going to be very useful.
Pretty good pickup. One thing you're running into now is you don't have a good way of clearing what you see in front of you. You could kill off the Edwin, still going to leave up the 5/5. Okay, so he's opting to go for top level instead. He's going to follow up with the Skipper and the Dr. Boom for
he's going for it.
Here we go. Okay. So taking the calculated gamble that the bombs are going to clean up some of this board, see if it pays off.
Really just got to worry about the Edwin.
Nice. Yeah.
Calculated risk goes Pasca's way.
What, was that 9 to face off those bombs? 3 bombs on face for 9 damage?
Yeah, 3, 4, 2 on the face bombs.
Yep.
So pretty big swing for Pasca there. Prep 1.
The shield is pretty good. TFA is
not useful yet, but having it free isn't going to hurt.
Witchy!
Hey, look,
Donde
Donde's playing Chronic's deck right now, because all we're seeing is Witchies. He goes and flicks the Blastmaster Boom. I think that makes a lot of sense, especially with that Witchy Lucky pickup, being able to turn this into a 7-cost minion.
Oh,
perfect.
Poetic.
You love
Flick
to see
kills the boom, turns into a boom.
I have become you.
Only 1 doctor allowed on the field at a time.
I wish spectators could emote.
Yeah, right, no kidding. So interesting that this does leap up the Skipper, but Pasca not able to take advantage of it. Imagine he will play the Battle Rage behind this Word Pillager, refreshing his Wrench Caliber, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to clear this board.
Never mind.
I take that back. The Global Brute. Great pickup off the Battle Rage. It's the perfect amount of damage as well.
Perfect damage for perfect mana. It's just
a worst top deck for Chronic could give him a decent option. See if he chooses to start with Reborn and then see he wants to take a Lackey next. Wow, big pickup.
Wow. We can take a Lackey and play that.
Yep, as a massive Reborn minion for the Chronic in this situation.
He even has the capability now to play something like Alex Straza with a Titanic Lackey on it as well, just stopping more hits from going face.
Yeah.
And because that has taunt, Pasca's not able to clear off the 1-2 to set up a good Blade Storm, so it's going to be tough to figure out what the best option is.
Double Blade Storm is probably the only choice, to be honest.
Yeah, it could be, and he's still taking 6 damage, but let's see what he chooses to do. The nerf to the Brute, knocking it down to 6 damage a while back. Excess, but yeah, goes with the double Blade Storm. And I'm probably going to take the 6 damage now, just to get it off the board.
I mean, it feels bad, obviously, if you're Pasca. You do what you gotta do, but looking at that as TheChronic, you have to be thrilled if that was what Pasca had to do to remove your minion, even though it died.
Right. So with both skippers gone, Armor Smith really doesn't have a buddy to pair with, so might as well just throw it down now. Goes bomb number 1. Still got 3 bombs left in the deck. So might as well go into Alex now. Does heal Pasca for 2, but you've seen him use both Blaze Storms, you know he's out of skippers, and there's not too many options left in Pasca's deck to deal with this, especially with only 2 cards and both Battle Rages used, so it makes a lot of sense for Chronic just to kind of put the pedal to the metal and try to wrap this game up quickly before those bombs blow him up.
Definitely. And you see skipper number 2, which is...
Yeah, that's right, because the first skipper never died. It lived for 2 turns. So I'm not used to skippers living for multiple turns. That's why I thought multiple skippers have been played.
This can be cleared with a face hit as well.
I think it's probably the choice.
Well, it's pretty much going to knock off all of Pasca's on here. Pasca down to 14 now.
4 bombs in deck, 14 cards in deck for TheChronic. And also 3 invokes, but this will be number 4, so all he's going to do is find that Galakrond. But do you even really want to play the Galakrond right now on the fear that you might just bomb yourself to death?
Going back to our earlier conversation, he already played Galakrond for 1 card.
Oh my goodness, I am... never mind.
No, that's okay, but we did have that conversation.
I'm not used to seeing people play Galakrond before
so
it becomes 4, yeah.
Exactly, yep.
I'm sorry.
Do you see the Galakrond hero portrait
right
now?
Guys,
I'm just saying, it's pretty obvious right there. You see the hero power doesn't equip a dagger.
He was just enamored by all the witchy lackeys, and
I'm
everything
doing
else.
stream setup, I'm communicating with players, you know, I can't be focusing on one thing at a time, alright?
It's okay, I lost count of how many skippers there were in the game, so I think we're doing okay altogether.
Listen, Donde was obviously distracted by these other weird lackeys in Chronic's hand, trying to figure out what
to read them.
Yeah, I've never seen these. Did these come out in Skullomance?
Yeah, they did.
And somehow that Chronic has access to them early? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's a new fraternity. The lackey fraternity.
Isn't it just like Alpha Sigma Sigma or something?
My god. Random unrelated note, I'm very excited for my hero team's name this season.
Oh, I'm excited for it. I'm assuming it's going to be some hip-hop fun.
It is still music related, but we did stray from the hip-hop.
Oh, okay. Now I'm even more excited just to see what path you took.
It's going to be hype for the reveal.
Donde's working it up more than it actually is.
So Chronic opts to shout out this ooze. Nice pickup off the faceless lackey. And rushes it into the floor too.
Yeah, short of a top deck brawl here, this is pretty much over.
Yep.
And even with a top deck brawl, it's pretty much over.
Great, especially with the Candle Taker coming down to give him a little bit of stickiness and probably a Dirty Tricks
yeah,
as
Dirty
well.
Tricks behind it. Nope.
No, maybe not.
Oh,
I guess he just doesn't want
to blackjack. Oh, what a top deck!
But there is an ambush.
Goes right into the play.
Could just end this right away. One.
Good hit.
It lasts.
Good
It
hit.
lasts.
Oh
Good hit.
my goodness!
Got it, Deathwing.
Oh my god.
So it goes up to 10. Chronic with 5 on the board, 2 from hand.
Never mind.
Never mind. That's game.
That's it.
The new math is play Kronks.
And Kronks drops the bomb on Pasca for game 2. Chronic goes up 2-0.
Donde, I probably should have told you this. The 2 lackeys in Chronic's hand would have given him an additional 2 damage because they give him minion +1 attack and rush.
I do
So he was
appreciate
only 3
you
out.
keeping me up to date on the lackey situation that I am so woefully underprepared to evaluate.
So there is some variant of Priest that will probably just get demolished here, and there's some that can go toe-to-toe with Rogue. Let's see what Pasca brought.
Aggro Priest.
It looks like it might be a Red Priest with the Sandhoof Water Bearer to start. And Showered Pain, which is not usually an option you see in the Galakrond or Cube Priest. See what Pasca decides to keep. I guess he kept all of it. I didn't think that was his opening mulligan, but maybe I just missed it.
Chronic did his mulligan so fast that you couldn't tell what the opening mulligan was.
Got it.
Pasca understands how to play Priesto. Turn 2, heal your opponent.
He did not.
But he missed the emote. Yeah.
Oh,
rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Interesting from Chronic here, not winning the coin out the miscreant.
I think your coin's way more important in this matchup than the coin miscreant. You know, being able to hit a Togwaggle a turn early or your Galakrond a turn early.
Especially with 3 invokes in hand already.
Yeah.
Expecting the Priest probably going to heal himself back up to allow him to use this other Seal Fate on the Priest face as well in a turn or 2. Pretty good start for the Chronic here. It's going to be able to Lackey and play the Miscreant behind it. If he so chooses. I guess it depends on what the Faceless gives him, because Doomsayer would shut that down.
Ooh! Oh. It's free damage right there.
So,
picked up Titanic Lackey and Goblin Lackey off the Miscreant.
Not the best lackeys in this situation. You kind of want more either value or the face damage of the Cobalt Lackey, but Pasca answers with his first minion, the Water Bearer, and Chronic just goes straight into a Togwaggle. So seeing this Water Bearer probably tells him that he's
I want to see a crown. Damn.
So the thought process there is if you're playing against a Res Priest, there's a chance they're not playing Merzond, or the fact that you coined out the Togwaggle means you can play it well in advance of the Priest having 8 mana to respond with the Merzond. So one makes sense in this situation, though he is going to run into hand size issues depending on what Pasca decides to do here. But some of those lackeys just don't generate cards, so that might open it up for him. And that's probably what he's looking at for next turn. Especially when Pasca spends his entire turn killing the Togwaggle. So that's a pretty good pickup. Can he clear enough space? If he plays Questing, he'd have to probably backstab his own Miscreant, but it might be worth it just to build up his Questing quickly. And let's see what he gets for free. Free backstab and free Shadow Weaver. Shadow Weaver is good enough to play in this situation. Conx is great for 0 mana, but not playing it anytime soon. So 5/5 Questing Adventure. Doesn't look like there's an immediate answer unless he double penance, but it looks like he's going for the Resurrection on the Water Bearer and penance on the 4/3. So he's going to be looking to just use his minions to deal with this Questing, but looking at Chronic's hand, this Questing is going to get pretty big pretty fast. I'm thinking a whole bunch of lackeys are coming down. Probably a backstab on the 3/1, maybe Seal Fate thrown in there for good measure. On the 5/5, a lot of options for Chronic here. A lot of stuff to play. No answer right now for Pasca. Especially the Seal Fate.
Yep.
As we are now hitting the middle of the best of 5 here, we are going to notify our BG players that they can start getting ready in the duo queue, and we'll start to feature that as picture-in-picture. That will be Ridiculous Hat versus LiquidOx. Liquid, thank you for staying up super late. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning where you are, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I guess instead of staying up late, you could have just woken up early. I don't know what your game plan was.
My guess is that Ox has no problem staying up late.
That sounds about right. And we are in contact with players now. We're getting them ready for the Battlegrounds. I will be spectating LiquidOx. BrushyTuna will be spectating Ridiculous Hat.
LiquidOx also rank 3 legend right now, by the way. He's probably been playing Hearthstone for the last 22 hours.
So Pasca throws down the convincing double trigger, hoping that this is enough to keep that questing from killing him. TheChronic might have had an answer with a blackjack stunner. He does have the secrets, but no stunner yet. Could opt to try to find it off the Galakrond, get it 2 chances at it, especially with the Kronks to follow up. Seems like a pretty reasonable bet to make.
But if he does that, he doesn't have a secret in play yet, unless he gets the dirty tricks, which...
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess he get prep.
He does have the prep, right? So that would have been an option. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays this out. Imagine that Kronks maybe putting down
Kronks for it's +2/+2, and he's gonna rush the Kronks.
Right.
So and if this hits the Kronks or the 1/1,
it's a
3/3.
So
wait, no,
17/20. That's all lethal.
Yeah, it's lethal.
Secret. Yep, just needed it. Not hit the questing.
Kronks gonna get the sweep.
And good timing to transition into Battlegrounds. Just now we see LiquidOx starting off game 1 with a Mr. Bigglesworth.
Oh.
And immediately playing Rhat.
Edwin. Yeah. Rhat on Edwin here, taking on LiquidOx as Mr. Bigglesworth.
What, you saying words?
Nope. I don't think this hero is honestly that good, but we'll see how LiquidOx does with it.
Doesn't matter if he's good, he's new.
He's pick new hero, lose game, be sad, pick new hero again, be sad again.
To be honest, I'm a little disappointed we didn't see either player in that at the beginning here.
Took the Swabby, but he's not going to play it. Going with the strategy to level and then play it after the level to discount for your future levels.
He's going to take 3 here.
Yeah, conceding an early loss to Rhat in the first match. There will be no dragons in this Battlegrounds.
Man. You can only hope to see no Murlocs.
I think the real question is who is going to go AFK or get disconnected in the second round and still come out on top.
Oh. The patented booze strategy, it worked before. Who knows? It could work again. Also,
set up right now just as a note. It is not on screen yet, but it will be shortly.
Interesting note as well, not to be outdone by LiquidOx's rank 3 legend, Rhat himself sitting at bronze 7 in Wild.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Very fancy.
I do know for sure, though, too, that Rhat's high 8K MMR in Battlegrounds, so...
I have no idea what Ox's MMR is.
I do not believe it is what we would classify as good.
That's okay.
Also, really interesting early turn for Ox here, playing his opponent Nozdormu, who had 2 Swabbies when Ox was holding a Swabby himself. Chooses to get rid of his and buy a couple of Murlocs, a Rock Pool, and a War Leader, and buffs the War Leader. Nice transition for Ox on turn 3.
And Rhat doing the best turn 3 play you can with a token, sell a token, buy 2 minions. Except Spawn the Zoth and Gambler here. Which, when you play Edwin, you always buy Gambler, no matter what.
Speaking of transitions, we have now transitioned into the Rhat on the main screen here, and picture-in-picture will feature LiquidOx up in the top right of your screen.
And news from LiquidOx, when I asked what's your MMR, he said 4K first game today.
Oh.
That's a flex right there.
Oh. Oh, no.
So we might be in for a treat.
Yeah. All right. Rhat wins a 20% battle here against Ozmanaut, who golden the Swabby from the turn ago when he played LiquidOx.
Ox so far seeming to make the right moves, though. He already made a somewhat more advanced strategy by not playing the Swabby on the first turn. Now, buying 2 minions, the strongest ones presented with the Imprisoner and the Rat Pack, so filling out a pretty reasonable build. What do we see from Rhat, Tuna?
Rhat picked up a bomb and Murloc Water Leader here, just picking up the best stats. The Mecharoo and the Micro Machine is not good enough. So, picking up the best 2 minions in this tavern. We're going to buy and level next turn, most likely by Rhat. Let's see if Rhat can win another low percentage.
And for the second time, LiquidOx is facing a player with 2 Deck Swabbies in their comp. Kinda weird. Also had 2 War Leaders. And Ox holding his own War Leader. Keep seeing triples somehow pass him by, but that was a 100% win and an easy win over Maiev.
Woo!
And
Rhat
immediately gets off with triples.
Yep. And it looks like we're going to see LiquidOx into Rhat again here.
Ox is going to go ahead and level, and he has a Rat Pack on board. He's offered 2 Rat Packs. He's going to take 1 and freeze. He also has a double opportunity as well because an Imprisoner is also frozen on this board. So LiquidOx looking to get stronger quickly.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if LiquidOx is going to do the a greedy strategy of leveling next turn and then the following turn buying that Rat Pack. Get you a tier 5 minion.
Those tier 5s are very often, build defining as far as what direction you're going to go.
Yeah, usually
Rhat here.
Just leveled and picked up another spawn, so we got a pair of spawns. But he looks pretty solid right now. It might be a little hard for people to start beating him in the next few turns. But yeah,
I'm very interested to see what the percentages will shake out to be between these 2 players.
62% to Rhat.
And that's an 8% win for Ox as well. So there is a reasonable chance of a tie at around 30%, but Rhat definitely with the advantage.
Yep, and this wraps it up for Rhat. He will take this fight against LiquidOx. Oh, LiquidOx kills the tier 2 minion on this mass hysteria simulator. Saving himself some damage here.
Yeah, Ox only taking 4 from Rhat, really not bad at this stage in the game, being so unfavored. Minimized about as much damage as possible. And here's yet another double being offered to LiquidOx. He is going to take the triple. He triples the Rat Pack, and we'll see what we find as our tier 4. Argus, Rover, and Ripsnarl. Having no real benefit from any of these with the current comp. Maybe just takes Rover as it's the strongest. That is the pick. Options to maybe even sell the Rock Pool and buy 2 doubles right now with the Imprisoner and the War Leader.
Alright. Rhat sells off half his board, buys the entire tavern, and then hero powers the Soul Juggler they just picked up this round, up to a 7/7. Picked up a cannon, a Metal Tooth Leaper, and a Fiendish Servant to finish out his 7 minions.
And Ox did not want to go with the other double. Sees 2 Felfin Navigators roll, though, and he's freezing that. He's got the beginnings of a Murloc comp here, and has a heavy favorite against first place in Elise, winning 87% of the time.
Guys, I gotta ask because I'm not really sure, because Battlegrounds is not my specialty, but where are all the lackeys?
They do not exist here, Donde, so you might be able to thrive here. Come here. You can't be harmed by witchy lackeys here.
Oh my god, I just saw that Rhat is Edwin. I'm triggered all over again.
Oh, never mind.
Donde briefly had a glimmer of hope, and right back to flashbacks. Sorry,
quickly
Donde.
crushed.
Yeah. Excited to see what this new game was all about, and his soul immediately leaves his body.
Cold sweats all night.
Ox quickly levels here, buys a Felfin. We'll see if he freezes on this second Felfin to complete this Murloc transition, and he does. He's got a full slate of 7 minions going into the next turn facing Bran. What are we seeing on Rhat's end?
Just a simple level and another buy of a Gambler. Buffs up our Fiendish Servant. Ready to take on Elise here and smack her around a little bit, hopefully.
Rhat is taking a 45-second break, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens. You know, sometimes you level so you can go run, get food, possibly a donut, a little bathroom break, you know.
There's nothing better than finding a donut when you least expect it.
Sounds highly specific, Tuna.
Yeah, it could be one of the casters here that just did it, but who knows? Who really knows?
Imagine the 45 seconds that had a break. He already set up THL's next season. He set up another podcast, and he re-rated all the cards coming out in the next expansion.
Yep.
I mean, our field reports state that the donut was delicious.
Oh, nice. It's always good. So Rhat's cannon gets sniped here pretty early in this fight, but he's still looking good.
Ox had a 60% chance to win against Bran. Not only does he lose, he takes 9 damage. Brutal hits all the way on this turn.
Rhat deals 8 to Elise here on an 85% chance to win. Rhat dominating this lobby so far, outside that one early loss.
Ox grabbing some Murlocs, finds yet another triple opportunity with another Felfin. Gonna go ahead and sell his Taunt Demon. Gonna play a Felfin.
Now, an actual serious question here. We do see Eudora sitting in 7th. Is that typical? I've heard that she's usually very good.
That means that Eudora is not buying correct minions. The other thing that I didn't really think about, so with Rhat being at 8k plus and LiquidOx being at 4k, these opponents that they are facing could range anywhere from 3.5k to 9k.
Oh, wow. Ox just found a Begurgle off of his Felfin Navigator triple.
Ooh.
So Ox is power spiking pretty hard right now. This is a really good Murloc transition.
And it looks like there's a couple players that might be dying soon, which I think also benefits Ox.
Oh, yeah, because Kel'Thuzad Kitty is about to start kicking off. For those who don't know, because this is a new hero to Battlegrounds, Mr. Bigglesworth's hero power is called Kel'Thuzad's Kitty. Passive hero power. Whenever a player dies, discover a minion from their warband, which means any minion that they had in their possession, and it keeps any enchantments. That means if they're golden, they have poisonous, they got some sort of death rattle, you know, you gave it Divine Shield from an Anoia module, it keeps all of that.
And very important for Ox here, not only picking up a 99% win over Crag in this fight, but also Maiev in last place has only 12 health and 6 Murlocs in their build right now, which would help Ox tremendously.
I was going to say too on that note, the Eudora that Hat just beat has a Bran, which could also be pretty big for Ox going Murlocs.
Rhat beats the Eudora. Deal 6. Yeah. Deal 6 to the Eudora here. Levels up immediately. Probably looking to sell a minion, buy a minion, play it, sell it again, and then hero power.
Ox also immediately leveling to 5. Wants to find a Bran for that. Murloc comp is presented with a Gold Grubber right now and already has 2 triples on the board. Maybe considering selling the Cold Lights in order to buy a Gold Grubber. Debating on either that or possibly just rolling again for Bran. Gonna keep rolling. Didn't take the bait. And will likely freeze on the Murloc that it ends on.
And Hat, the bully of the lobby, is going up against Maiev this round, so could be the end.
The end of this Maiev. Maiev typically a very strong hero in Battlegrounds, but it looks like this Maiev Scoob Numbers is having a tough time. We'll see if Scoob Numbers will friend up Rhat and start spectating as our other friend did in Base's arena run.
Otherwise, it looks like it's going to be a rut row from Scoob.
Nice.
Pity laughs all around.
No, I think that was actually a good one.
Oh, come on, Donde.
Yeah. Get right to it. Get out of here.
More of a
That was really nice.
That was actually really good.
Great.
All right, Rhat against Maev with a 44% chance of winning and lethaling Maev.
Ox looking at a full-on 100% win percentage against third place Elise, up from that 99.8 from a turn ago. So I think it's pretty clear that Ox is has power spiked and is poised to take over this lobby.
Maev lived.
Yeah, Rhat's had some really disgusting trades. Nothing went his way. His second spawn in the Zot did not die when it attacked, so it left his cannon useless the rest of the fight.
We are about to see Hat versus Ox, though, in this upcoming round.
Ooh, the third one. Let's see if Rhat will go 3-0 in this early against LiquidOx.
Another triple being offered for LiquidOx. Looks like he's going to want to take it here.
You know, it's kind of funny for Rhat there. He might be like almost a little glad he didn't win that fight because he almost doesn't want to knock somebody.
I was thinking that just now, actually.
Yeah. And Ox goes down to 6 minions this turn with that triple, with what he was forced to sell. Being offered Zap, Mexna, and Kangor's Apprentice, you have to assume he would probably take Mexna. Gonna be looking at Rhat's comp, knows that it's mixed. Played Rhat 5 turns ago, so not a lot of useful information. Oftentimes you just take the poisonous, disagrees, and goes with the Zap.
Zap is it's pretty good if you know where your opponent's board is. It could be very bad if you walk into a board where everything is huge. And it's going to look real bad into Rhat's board here if it hits both spawn and the Zots here. It's for sure going to hit one of them if it attacks first. So
it will definitely not attack immediately, though. But
26 minions?
Rhat's first minion would be the... Right, he's down to 6 minions.
Okay.
Still looks very bad for Ox, though. Was on a tear with 99% and 100% wins, feeling strong, gets offered another triple, and runs into an 87% loss to Edwin. Also looking at a 0.1% lethal chance.
The lethal chance is out of it now with the Hyena dying, for sure. So, let's see. Oh!
Some
kills
good
a tier 5 minion, gets a tier 5 back for Rhat. 10 damage.
Good trades at the end for Ox, but the random legendary off of the Malgan or off of the minion there, giving a Mal'Ganis.
3 people got knocked there.
Death. There's a brand. What? He didn't take the brand? I mean, he did take a golden 14/14 Murloc War Leader, but how do you not take a brand?
Go ahead and hire these recruits.
Well, okay, no brand it is.
Well, the thing with it as well is you can play the golden minion and you discover a tier 6. So they might be looking for the Megasaur instead of the brand.
Did find a Megasaur.
Oh, see? Paid off.
Also grabbed a Toxfin, which enables Poisonous. Plays another triple for another 6. Gets a Mexna this time. Will probably sell the Cold Light Seer. Buying a Cold Light Seer as well. Running out of time. The Megasaur does offer poison, so now Ox has a full board of poison Murlocs. Offered another triple.
Ooh.
Takes it with 2 seconds on the timer. Throwing out some minions. Gets the full board, also gets a buy-off, and holding that triple reward for next turn. Running into Nozdormu here, you have to expect this is going to be a really likely win for Ox.
Rhat here picked up a lot of buffs for his board. Buffed him up a ton, and then hero powered up his Cave Hydra here, making it a 15-17 Hydra here on turn 11.
God, that's a big Hydra.
Yep.
But
Hydra attacks and lives.
When Murlocs hit like this, a lot of times no one has a real chance. Ox with a 95% chance to win over Nozdormu here. Getting some really bad trades, but it should still work out to a victory.
Rhat high rolling here. his Sneeds dies, and it gives him another tier 5 minion on the death rattle. Smacking down Bran for a huge 14 damage.
And no players knocked out again this turn, so Ox still waiting on more minions to be fed into. Gonna level to get to 6. Now just gonna be looking for exclusively the Megasaurs.
Rhat also levels at 6 here, sitting at 32 health with a pretty strong board. Going on against Norzdamu here. Found another buff for his Cave Hydra. He's now sitting at an 1820 Cave Hydra here.
And Ox playing against an already knocked out Maiev. Really nothing to fear here. Also being offered a Primal Fin lookout on the board. Hasn't frozen yet, but I would expect that we're either going to see a freeze or some cells to actually buy this now. Not seeing the hurry, going up against, again, an already knocked out opponent. Just going to wait and freeze this board.
So it looks like with Rhat freezing this board with the Baron Rivendare on it, is he's trying to buy this and then find his Goldrin. That is now a tier 6 minion instead of tier 5 of before.
Interestingly enough, I think Ox has passed on 2 Goldrins so far.
Got this. You're way ahead.
Rhat could use some of those.
And yet another 100% win. Nothing to see here with the Poison Murlocs.
Rhat once again has been favored in just about every fight he's had so far. Another 80% chance of winning here. With an 8% chance on lethal. Rhat's opponent Sneeds offers him a Shifter Xeris.
I guess ultimately all it did was pop the Divine Shield, so...
Yeah. Ooh, a Foe Reaper comes out for Rhat here.
Meanwhile, Ox has already started his buys in the lobby, took the Primal Fin, got a triple off of it right away. This is just nonsense here. Missing on the 6-star minions, though. Still can't find that other Megasaur for the Divine Shield that would really lock this up.
Rhat buys a Baron Rivendare and a Kaboombot here. Try to triple off the Kaboombot he currently has for the ultimate Baron combo and possibly to find the Goldrin off the top too.
A good tactical choice.
My shield for Argus.
And rolling.
Ooh. And Rhat finds a triple on his spawn in the Zoth. Plays Baron, probably going to pump up this Cave Hydra again, up to a 21-23 Cave Hydra. This is a nasty cleave awaiting anyone coming Rhat's way. With now 2 spawns and a Baron on board, this Cave Hydra attacks, it's going to be at least 25 attack.
Ox throws a Tide Razor on the board into the game against Bran. Has the opportunity to lethal Bran, who's sitting at 6 health, and also has 6 Murloc comp, which would be a huge win for Ox with that hero power. As mentioned, can discover minions from Bran's comp, add them to an already growing force.
Gunning for you. Watch out.
And that's 100% lethal. Get out of here, Bran. This is Ox's lobby.
Oh, in Rhat's first fight here that he's unfavored, a 99% chance to lose. Losing to an opponent who has an even bigger Cave Hydra with 40+ attack.
My god, look at Eudora.
Yeah, Eudora's got really strong here, but you know, that's what the hero power does sometimes.
Alright, Ox offered a triple and a Megasaur from the comp stolen from the lethal opponents. Ox is going to have a lot of chances to get crazy strong here. Takes another Primal Fin lookout, still rolling, looking for more power spikes. This just looks crazy.
Yeah, and this should be the death of one of these players, most likely, with LiquidOx going up against Rhat here. Both players have the capability of just crushing the other one.
Well, looking at Rhat's comp right now, I would have to give the edge to Ox, especially once we see what happens from this Megasaur. It did brick, did not find the Divine Shield yet. All of these Murlocs now have plants. Ox is going to play his other triple, maybe, at the end of this, and look for that minion once again. Debating on whether or not to sell the Seer to buy the Felfin and sell the Felfin and play the Rock Pool. That's the play.
Oh, and it looks like
the
Warhead triples the spawn and the Kaboom bot.
Can he find another Megasaur? He bricks again. Interestingly, if he had taken the Zap, he was also offered immediately another Zap on the board, which could have been another triple. We are looking at a 49% win for Ox, but a 48% loss, and Ox gets lethalled 37%.
This is going to be close. It's really going to come down to where this Cave Hydra hits when it gets to attack. If it gets to attack.
That cleave is going to be big.
Oh, and it will.
That was a bad hit for the cleave.
If that cleave hit literally anywhere else and takes out 3 minions from LiquidOx's, it's almost over at that point. And here comes a full board off the Kangors.
Snipe the Baron, that is huge for Ox.
Oh, a Divine Shield.
Another Baron just spits out, but it is now irrelevant.
Are disgusting. I have never seen bigger high rolls. Oh, but LiquidOx is going to take it because it's bad.
Still winds up with the victory, but neither player eliminated here. Both of them living to fight another day.
So LiquidOx should be fighting Eudora here, and Rhat will be fighting a ghost. Yep, he is fighting Bran.
It's incredible to see how many whiffs LiquidOx has had on the Megasaurs. Had one good Megasaur hit, and then hasn't been able to find a Megasaur since, and also hasn't been able to spike that Divine Shield.
Rhat here just looking to make his Death Rattle board better, because that is one of the ways that you beat late game poisonous Murlocs, is just having a board that once they kill a lot of things, they just come right back off these Death Rattles like Kangors.
So Rhat was offered a Megasaur. Is there ever a world where you take it to different?
There is, if you're more ahead. Like if Rhat would have won that fight, there's more of a chance that he takes it because it takes it out of the pool for LiquidOx. But since he lost the fight, he knows he has to get stronger
himself.
Yeah, so he's trying to find something to make his comp better. I think he was looking for another Kangors here to get rid of this Amalgadon or the Sneeds, but no luck here for Rhat. Running the same board back against this Bran. Ron, how did Liquid do this round?
And Ox just still looking, not really finding anything he really wanted to play overall. Is going to play another one of the whiffed 6-star minions with the cleave here, the Faux Reaper, and hope that he picks up a win over Eudora. He does indeed. That's a 100% win, 100% lead.
All right, so we'll see Rhat against LiquidOx next round. The fight was so close last time. We got to see which player can, get stronger in this current tavern.
Well, we talked about it coming down to that poor Hydra hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that Hydra hit in the middle of LiquidOx's board, that would have sealed the deal for Rhat, guaranteed.
So the big departure from the Legacy All-Star match. Our players are the last 2 remaining instead of one of the first 2 eliminated.
I'll be right back to deal with a spider.
Oh, so Rhat here picks up an unstable goal, thinking that LiquidOx will have Divine Shield Murlocs at this point, which is a good way of dealing with that. He also finds an Annoy module and a Toxfin to taunt up his Amalgadon and give it poisonous, which will help out in dealing with more of these Murlocs.
Meanwhile, temporarily subbing in for RonMexico, he got another Megasaur and used it for plants. He was not offered Divine Shield. I think the other options were attack and something that didn't matter.
Plants is actually a pretty good one. It's kind of underrated, I think. The ability to fill a board, especially against a giant Cave Hydra. So if Rhat's able to kill off like 2 or 3 minions, and then there's for plants. It's huge for the Cave Hydra to hit those plants.
He finds a lookout. Lookout gives them a navigator. He's also sitting on a seer. And after the seer is played, he can end with a zap.
I'm back from spider duty.
If he's offered anything else. And there's another lookout that he's going to freeze. Don't worry, Ron, I got you covered.
Nice.
Take over.
Yeah, there's a lookout and an Amalgadon and a Begurgle, so really good options for Ox, but still not finding that Divine Shield. Yeah, this is
96%. Yep.
Oh wow. So the stats just got too big for Rhat to deal with.
No, it was the zap that did it. Honestly, the zap killing Baron off rip changes these stats incredible. If there was no zap there, we're probably looking at another 50-50 fight here.
Oh, actually, that's a really good point there. Yeah, because zap just nullifies so much.
Yeah, it nullifies.
Comp does.
Yep, the entire comp is kind of negated through that one zap. So
it's gonna be one I leave the LiquidOx.
And there we have it.
Power Bigglesworth.
Sure. Not the Murlocs that he found. We'll call it sure. We'll call it Bigglesworth.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if you notice, some of the other players that were dying were also Murloc, and so that gave him a little bit of not maybe an advantage, but something that helped him.
I know.
But, yeah, it's probably just.
It's curious to see Bigglesworth winning because, like, I know at my MMR bracket, Bigglesworth is like a low tier hero right now because your hero power doesn't do enough for you in the early game, and then you just get crushed. So, but LiquidOx able to pull it out here.
Yeah, a big victory for Mr. Bigglesworth, taking down Edwin. Donde can breathe a sigh of relief as Edwin has been knocked out of that most recent lobby, and Ox with a lead, but not a big one because we do go off of averages here.
Yeah, first and second place here.
Wait, what?
Donde, I mentioned that you can breathe a sigh of relief that Edwin was not the winner.
No, I was asking about the law of averages.
Oh, are we not going off of averages for?
No, you guys just beat your opponent.
No, that was a straight up win for Ox. 1-0.
Yeah. So if Rhat can win,
that's tiebreaker, isn't it? Yeah, my bad.
Yes. No, there's no tiebreaker. The tiebreaker is the third game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ron, what are you doing?
In a best of 3, there are no tiebreakers.
I mean, because if they both get eliminated at the same time, somebody is technically ranked higher than the other.
That is true.
Ron's staging his own content coup.
Ron tried to kill the spider, but was actually killed by the spider, and now we have a Men in Black situation going on.
The spider doesn't know what the hell's going on.
You guys, I'm not a spider, I promise.
We don't know that. We can't see you.
We don't know that. Yeah, we can't see you. Alright, Rhat offered no real good heroes here, so he just takes the best one of the bunch in the Sky Captain, or it's Sky General Craig.
Ox offered AFK Pyramid, Lich, and Syndragoza. Probably takes Pyramid.
Oh, Lich is good, though. I think Lich is better than what most people think.
Goes with Syndragoza, alright.
Oh, goodness. Ox, please.
A curveball from LiquidOx.
He feels confident. He's up 1-0. He's like, you know what? YOLO.
Fresh opponents. Are you ready?
We got Ron's favorite hero, Mukla.
Oh, the Mukla is also called Hero. The player playing Mukla is Hero.
Man, I love Hero playing this hero.
Yeah, I love this hero. Alright, Rhat has the same start as LiquidOx as last game. Buys a Swabby, doesn't play it, gonna concede an early loss here to Mukla. Play it or level and play it next turn. And the power for those folks at home who might not know, the power of Sky General Craig is his hero power piggy bank. Hero power gain 1 gold this turn, increases each turn. So you hit a power spike later in the game where you can go to tier 5 or tier 6 way faster than any other character and start buying the heavy hitters faster.
It's okay. We all hit some bumps now and then.
So I gotta ask now, is everybody kind of pulling for the Hat comeback to make the dungeon?
Oh yeah, I want game 3.
Oh, we always want to see game 3.
Well, and then like more than that, I also want to see the dungeon run have meaning.
Also, disappointingly, Hero, as King Mukla, has still not pressed the button, choosing to level instead. Where are our bananas, Hero?
Ron's not even playing. He's still mad he's not getting bananas.
Bananas?
Oh, wait.
Bananas.
Hey.
Oh, he leveled and he pressed the button. Nice. He must have sold the token.
Wait, so if you're doing that, why wouldn't you just do that turn 1?
Who knows?
Who knows? I have no idea what this MMR bracket is, so I cannot tell you anything.
Mukla's doing his own thing. All I want to see are bananas. We got one.
Going out there.
And Ox, having frozen on a Rock Pool Hunter a couple turns in a row, most likely will pick it now with the double buffs. Sells a token. It's going to go ahead and buff that Tide Hunter and has the option to buy either a Mecharoo or a Wrathweaver that got buffed up a little. He's also leaving another Mecharoo, which is reasonable to freeze again.
Rhat sells Swabby here, buys Kaboombot and Kindly Grandmother, and puts the banana buff on the Kaboombot because the Kaboombot is more likely to stay in his comp for longer than the Kindly Grandmother. And it has 100% loss to Rafam.
Ox currently hoarding bananas.
Doesn't want to play him?
Doesn't want to commit.
He doesn't like these bananas. Get him out of here.
Gets a tie with first place Shutterwalk and keeps on rolling without any damage taken heading into turn 4.
I like how you said you didn't know what's going on in this bracket. You know, normally with casters, they're casting because they're not quite as good as the, players that they're casting, but in this case, it's complete opposite. Clearly know what you're doing. And these players may not.
Yeah. Well, at least for BrushyTuna, I'm garbage.
Truthfully, I am junk at this, so that's why I'm not
Yeah, for folks who don't know, Donde's been in the background in Discord asking a ton of Battlegrounds questions.
This is a learning experience for me.
It is a learning experience. Yeah.
I've seen already in just both tonight and us watching the match on Monday, so many things in Battleground that I have never considered doing. It's just like this is all information for me that I'm going to be.
Donde's going for 10K
at
now.
least 5K MMR after this.
Donde's questions include, what does that button do? And what does that button do?
Excellent questions.
Actually, most of the questions are, wait, this is how this works?
That's true. They have been that.
We see Ox picking up a victory over Mukla in large part due to his ability to overcome his fear of commitment and throw those bananas down onto the Murloc. We've got a 6-7 Murloc on this board, and Ox goes straight ahead with a level and looking to buy a minion.
Yep. Rhat face Eudora on the Power Spike turn, so there's not too much you can do on turn 4 against Eudora. You gotta take your loss and hope you can minimize as much damage as possible.
Ox buys himself a crowd favorite, and we are starting to see a bit of a comp form, possibly Menagerie, or looking for battle cries, but it's still a bit too early to call, as pretty much any and all of these minions could get sold off to form something stronger later. Often you don't see your real strategy form until you hit level 5.
Yep. Even kind of like level 4, you can start getting a feel where you're going, but for sure, tier 5 is definitely your comp-defining tier. Oh, more bananas from Mukla.
The Mukla presses the button. Much appreciated, Hero.
Heroes being a hero to us all.
Indeed. Ox up against Rafam here with about an 80% chance of victory. Looking pretty strong so far.
Yep. Rhat beats Tess here, dealing 5 damage to her, and winning his first fight of the game.
And Ox's victory was close, but a victory nonetheless, dealing 4 to Rafam.
Keep up the pressure.
Yeah, take that, Rafam.
And Ox offered a Menagerie mug, is going to take it right away to strengthen that possible Menagerie build. Also grabs a Metal Tooth Leaper.
Let's all take a moment of silence for our hero, Zubot. He died for our sins. May we never forget.
How about Menagerie Magician?
Nah. Zubat was definitely the better of the two minions. Zubat helped make those early game boards a little better.
That's fair.
So,
rest in power, Zubat.
Rest in power, Zubat. You rest well in Blizzard
once
World.
again going bananas on his Murloc here, and commitment
R
here
Hat.
no more.
Here we go.
Going up against last place Rhat, Ox has a 71% chance of winning this.
You can do it, Rhat. I believe in you. Rhat might try to pull out something ridiculous here to win this fight. Well, that was a pretty good bomb hit for Rhat. Oh, this is looking super good for Rhat. This looks like, and it's going to be a tie. A 17% chance tie against LiquidOx.
Really good outcome for Rhat, all things considered, not having to take any damage there.
Yep. So here's the turn that Rhat can press the button and go to Tavern 5 if he wants. Some people play a little differently, but I prefer this one. We'll see what if Rhat agrees or not. He does level Tavern for tier 4. Oh, and we are doing it. We go straight to 5. Roll 1.
I love that strategy.
Go
Ox presented with very interesting options for a double Murloc and possibly the War Leader, but decided to roll and got rewarded with a Toxfin. That Toxfin now gives poisonous to the Bananas Rockpool Hunter, who has now eaten 4 bananas.
I didn't think Murlocs ate bananas, but today I am proven wrong.
This is a Frosty Murloc as well, with the double buff from Syndragosa's hero power in the early game.
Is that what the buff says? Does it say Frosty?
Yeah, 2 times Frosty, 4 times Banana.
I feel like I need to play Battlegrounds just to play Syndragosa every time.
I'm going to let you know LiquidOx is having a high roll of a game with Syndragosa.
Still counts.
Running into his first stretch of trouble, potentially, though, with a 50% loss to Mukla.
Rhat here with 100% loss to Shutterwalk with this huge Murloc board.
Ouch.
So, he's hitting... This Shutterwalk's definitely hitting some Cold Light Seers and Hero Powered them because these are some big old Murlocs.
And Ox got some amazing trades. In this 50% loss for Ox, he deals 11 damage to Mukla.
Oh my goodness.
By the way, Shutterwalk's name is Skunk Punch. I'm going to need you to put some respect on it.
Skunk Punch. Nice. Oh my goodness.
That's incredible.
And Rafam's name is Walkie Talkie. These are some great names. I love.
Ox has offered another Toxfin here. More poison Murlocs.
You know, one time I just want to see us compete in these All-Star matches to see Murlocs banned in these fights.
Also, like, can we all agree that that's the correct way to spell walkie-talkie from now on?
WAKYTAKKY.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Did you not see that, Ron? Are you just now seeing that?
I'm just now seeing the spelling of it, yeah.
Oh.
I heard you guys say it, and I was like, oh, okay, walkie-talkie. And then I had a guess as to what it might be, and then you said the spelling was weird, so I had a different guess as to what it might be, and it was still different than what I expected.
Alright, Rhat transitioning into... Yep. Rhat transitions into Pirates here. Picks up double Nat Pagel with the Seabreaker Goliath. For those who don't know what the Seabreaker is off name, it's the Wind Fury Overkill Pirate.
And Ox saying, hey, Murlocs worked before. Maybe it'll work again. That's 2 poison Murlocs on this board and a couple of doubles.
Bananas. You can win this thing. This Mukla loves this button. We love you, hero.
That's the right way to play Mukla, and I am here for it.
Alright, Rhat is going to lethal test out of this game with a 99.9% chance to win and a 99.9% chance to lethal.
And Ox's initial Murloc transition is not looking good for him as he runs into 5th place Yogg and is staring down an 84% loss. Was fortunate to hit the Begurgle right at the end to save 5 damage, but still takes 10.
Oh, Rhat, come on. You didn't have to kill him that much. 23 damage to Tess. Get out of the lobby.
And Ox is now leveled to 5, looking to hit those spicy 5-star minions that go so well with the Murloc build. Cough, Bran,
King Bagurgle. Those are the main two. Oh, and Primal Fin look out too.
Yeah, Primal Fin to discover more, which really goes well if you already have a Bran.
Yeah. Oh, Rhat taking a Primal Fin, probably looking to transition. That is one of the key pieces to transition into Murlocs.
Ox is up against Shutterwalk next. So in the fight of LiquidOx versus Skunk Punch, we have 6 Murlocs versus 7.
Skunk Punch. All right. Rhat buys Primal Fin, rolls a couple times, buy a Yo-Ho Ogre, plays it, buffs it. So we're still looking at a lot of pirates here on Rhat's side.
I think the real question, though, is for Skunk Punch. Is he punching skunks, or is he punching other people with skunks? Or is he making like a punch that is skunky?
I'm pretty sure it's a third one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like you think it's like fruit punch, but then you get up there and it's really like Jack Daniels and something else mixed in it, and it's just like or like Fireball.
I believe it's all of the above.
I was really hoping he had skunks on his fists.
My hope. Regardless, Skunk Punch has a strategy that is working, as this is a 100% loss for LiquidOx.
Yeah, it turns out buy Murlocs win game, but you know.
Ox just being on Murloc.
And that's another 13 damage for Ox. Now plummeting down in the standings. Barely hanging on to 4th place. Now rolling desperately for the brand. And up against 1st place Eudora next, who also has Murlocs. 3 Murlocs, a 7-game win streak at 6 stars. Things look a little dicey for Ox.
Rhat here does 11 damage to Rafam. And off rip on his tier 5, he gets a Bran and another Battlemaster here.
Ox does triple and gets a 6-star. It's not the Megasaur that he was hoping for. Passes on a Mexna, grabs a Ghast Coiler, finally gets offered a Bran. So if Ox is not eliminated here, he may be able to seriously power spike next turn. But he is up against 1st place, and this could just be the end of it for Ox.
Where's Ox at? 13 against Murlocs? Murlocs at this point in the game have a very good chance of dealing low damage. Because a lot of your Murlocs, you know, are the Tide Hunter, having tier 1, the Tide
But that
Caller.
just happens to be the most defining part of the comp, because there's only 3 Murlocs in Eudora's comp, so there's still 4 likely other minions, and they did just deal 21 to Yogg to eliminate them on the last turn.
So you could assume, for LiquidOx fans, you can assume that one of those minions is definitely like a Bran, and probably a random Tavern tier 6 minion that they found.
Yep. And interesting to note, the username is Phoenix. It is their year, so Ox may be in trouble.
Are any LiquidOx fans still awake at this point?
I mean, we're all LiquidOx fans, right? So, yes.
Are we?
Oh, wow. That is a 96% chance at getting lethaled. A 99% loss. I do believe that Eudora is going to be escorting LiquidOx kindly out of their lobby.
Well, that's good for Rhat. Has a 63% chance to lose this, but only 3.3% chance to be lethal. So, if LiquidOx does lose and die here, we'll just spectate Rhat until the end of the round, and he will pick up, hopefully, another win for his team.
Yeah, and the boat lived, a strong arm lived. That's going to do it. Down goes Syndragosa and LiquidOx, and Rhat evens up this BG series at 1-1.
Yep. Because I think no matter what, even if Rhat dies here, but he won't, he is higher, so he would be a higher seed on death.
You know, it's not that I'm not a LiquidOx fan, it's just that he hasn't followed me on Twitter yet.
So, you're saying if I unfollow you on Twitter, Donde, you'll no longer be my fan?
You might be special.
Oh my god.
And Rhat hits a triple on the Battlemaster.
There's another Battlemaster in the shop, too.
Homeboy is huge.
Yeah, 186 health. That's going to be tough for anything to deal with that's not Murlocs.
He's also setting up for a Murloc transition as well.
Yep, he's been slowly waiting for it for a couple turns now, but has seen only one Murloc since then, and that was the Primal Fin.
He's also about to fight the corpse of LiquidOx too.
Yep. So we do get to see the Rhat LiquidOx fight this round, but it does not matter. Unless somehow LiquidOx can kill Rhat from the grave.
Which would be funny.
Were there any poisonous on board?
I mean, there were a couple of poisonous minions, so this Battle Master will probably get hit. I think there's even a poison one that's leading, so this 10-186 Battle Master should get hit immediately. It could actually go really badly for Rhat.
It could, but hopefully not. I would feel so bad for Rhat if he gets knocked out by the ghost of LiquidOx.
I think the remainder of the minions are weak enough, but there was a gas coiler on the board. There's a lot of things that make it kind of dicey.
Oh, so we got Gas Coiler RNG versus Natpego RNG? I like
yeah.
it.
Full shenanigans.
Oh, 48% win for Rhat, 45% chance of a loss.
But gets lethal 33.8% of the time. This is going to be dicey. I mean, that's just more RNG.
Is Rhat dead?
Rhat might be dead.
Rhat is... Ooh, this Battle Master guy... Oh, Imp Mama!
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a big Imp Mama. Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Look at these RNG shenanigans.
RNG from the grave. Oh, the Imp Mama lives again.
Incredible.
Oh, it's going to get 2 more. Oh, Mal'Ganis and a Void Lord.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
This is such nonsense.
Rhat, he sends a message to me and it says, the scam. Oh my!
He hit him for 25 and he looked like he was gonna die.
Rhat, the definition of a luck box right there.
Oh, Rhat picks up a Tide Hunter and a Cold Lyseer, possibly making this Murloc transition a little better. If he can find one more token or a Khadgar, it would make this a lot easier. Alright, let's see. We get out the Primal Fin. We get another Cold Light. We'll take that. Ooh. Rock Pool? Yeah.
I would have done Toxfin there, I think, just in case you don't pull poison.
Probably just trying to spike the poison off of Megasaur.
Yeah. Yeah, but just as like a backup option in case you don't hit it. Because I don't think this +2/+2 stats is really going to make that big of a difference. Oh my god.
There's a triple.
Maybe a triple.
Selling a token, getting more buffs, buying the triple. This looks pretty solid for Rhat here as far as
But he is going up against an
Megasaur
more Megasaurs!
Poisonous!
There's a poison.
Health, that's good. Okay. Sell it. Play the other one. Health.
Health.
Where's the Divine Shield?
More health.
No shield.
No shield. Oh no.
Oh, Shutterwalk was huge.
Is he gonna play the banana?
Call him.
He plays the banana.
Oh no. Let's see how this goes. Oh, no Divine Shield for... Or Poisonous for the Shutterwalk that's been Murlocs for quite some time. He does have it on the Myexna, but none on the other Murlocs.
I feel so bad for Rhat's golden taunt massive Battle Master that just keeps getting killed by tiny poisonous minions over and over.
Rhat does deal 7 damage here to Shutterwalk, keeping him alive. We're all playing. He's just playing for MMR right now, too, so we gotta do what we can. Picks up the Amalgadon. Quick rolls here from Rhat. Doesn't see anything. King Bagurgle.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits. That'll do some damage.
Dolphin, not what you want to see.
This is still starting to look like Rhat's gonna win this lobby.
The Shutterwalk can come back pretty hard. And honestly, the Pirates for Fom can also win, depending on if they have boats and whatnot. So there's still a chance, because like these don't have high attack. So, and their health is okay at this point.
Last we saw Eudora, they were extremely strong, so this could also be very dangerous for Rhat. But he does have a board full of poison Murlocs. Well, 4 of them. and some strong minions outside of that.
For those folks wondering at home, the Amalgadon got Death Rattle Plants, Divine Shield, Taunt, double Volcanic Might, which is the +1/+1, and Flaming Claws of +3 attack.
Look at all those misses on poison. Feels bad.
That's okay. You have all these other poisonous fools to pick up the slack. 99% chance for Rhat here.
Hey, for once, big boy Battlemaster tanking some damage.
Yeah, there's no way, there was no poisonous to kill the Battlemaster this time. And he should be able to tank all of these from the boat. Yeah, there is no way that Shadora is ever getting through this Battlemaster. So. Go left. Oh, stupid Murloc. Missed out on a damage. It's alright, Rhat does 11 to Eudora. Still fighting in here for his MMR.
You're good at this.
Reasonable to take Toxin here for our Amalgadon.
Rhat rolling real fast. There's a Megasaur.
And a Bergurgle.
That's quite the army you're building, friend.
At this point, we could probably start looking to sell Bran. We'll see how Rhat wants to do it. If he doesn't sell Bran, he's going to sell the Amalgadon. In my opinion.
The Battlemaster is useless against Shudderwock, but that's the only one it's currently useless against?
Yeah, it's very good into Farm, too. So, because Pirates have a tough time. Like, Pirates can get big, but they have no real instant clear of the Battlemaster.
And Hat still no Divine Shields. I like the positioning move here, going with the poison first to deal with a taunt before having the Begurgle go off. Although, I don't know, is that correct against mechs? Would you maybe be worried about Divine Shield first?
You are, but what is the real reason? There's a chance that he doesn't have it, so like, you know, killing off something else.
Must be just because of the Wind Fury, yeah. Knowing that the minion's probably going to live on the first hit into a Divine Shield taunt, and then can just hit again and kill it.
See what Gas Coiler gives his opponent. Nothing good enough. So this is guaranteed to win for Rhat here. Needs his Cold Lights here to survive to kill his opponent, and it will.
So this won't be enough to prevent the 67% lethal?
No, he's lethal. He's 14.
Exact lethal on Rafam.
Rafam, please get out of Rhat's lobby. Oh, Primal Fin pick up here for Rhat off rip.
Rhat saying, that is not how you spell walkie-talkie. Get out of here.
Rhat picks up a Bran here for the possible triple Bran high roll. Ooh, Amalgadon.
Another Begurgle.
Play here, play Begurgle, sell Begurgle, roll. See what you get, and then play your Amalgadon.
Can roll one more time. Nothing worth freezing.
Oh my goodness.
Still misses poison and Divine Shield.
Double health, triple +3 attack, and Wind Fury on this Amalgadon adaptations. Let's see if Shudderwock has improved his board from last time. See if he hit a Megasaur or not. Well, Rhat's been eating most of those up, so.
So, we're gonna find out. Will Rhat get skunk punched? Or will he be the one doing the skunk punching?
Is he gonna drink any of the skunk punch? Get skunk punched, or
maybe that's what it is. It's an alcohol reference.
I said that earlier, Ron.
Oh, I tune you out like I usually
I know you do. I know you do.
Brushy tuned him out.
Hey!
That's why I say during Ron's stream, whenever he says thanks for tuning, like tuning in, I'm like, oh, tuning. The Divine Shields.
Divine Shields.
Yeah, for the Murloc Shutterwalk might prove to be the difference maker here. But Rhat's hits are going incredible for him.
Yeah, these are actually amazingly good hits.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a tie.
Right at the end, yep. And that could have been lethal for Rhat if those hits had just gone slightly different at the very end, but that was a 5.4% win, so I think he'll have to live with that.
Anyone else not really like the new poison animation?
I like it.
You like it? It's weird.
It's okay.
It looks too gimmicky to me.
And now Rhat wisely getting rid of the minion that is totally worthless against this this Shutterwalk here.
I gotta ask, did you just call something in Hearthstone gimmicky? Like, it's a shock?
It's too gimmicky. It's too gimmicky. Plants here huge against the Divine
Shield.
And finds the shields as well.
Oh,
and
wow.
That's probably going to be it.
Yeah, that looks like the power spike he needs.
Yep, that should swing Rhat's favor of this match incredibly in his favor. Alright, what do we get? Double plants, +1/+1, +3 health, double +3 attack.
Amalgadon's just constantly bricking.
I mean, there's a lot of things to adapt to, so.
True.
I think 9? Is there 9 in the pool?
Is there 9? Yeah, I think you're right.
Plants,
I think it is 9.
+1, + health,
I think
+
there were
attack.
10 almost or something that doesn't translate to Battlegrounds.
Poisonous, taunt, Divine Shield.
The can't be targeted.
You can't get that one.
Isn't it Battlegrounds? Yeah.
I'm counting 8. I feel like I'm missing one.
No, there are 8 because there's normally 10. And there's 2 that aren't in Battlegrounds. Stealth for a turn and...
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so there is 8 in Battlegrounds. Nice, and Rhat's going to take this fight, take the game. Not only does he beat LiquidOx for the All-Star match, but he also gets first place for his MMR.
And yeah, we can see how huge that those couple adapts were, switching that 5% win to a 71% win. And Rhat skunk punches his opponent right out of this lobby.
Yeah, not only was the plants a huge hit, but that Divine Shield too just almost guaranteed that win for Rhat.
And now, here it is.
Game 3.
The most exciting words in All-Star Battlegrounds.
Nice.
I was like, or like Masters Tour Cups, I guess.
Very true.
Oh yeah, also true. Well said.
Really delaying what the people are waiting for, which is the dungeon run.
Yeah, right.
And if you're not waiting for it, let me tell you, last time it was probably one of the most exciting events that we saw.
We did have a small malfunction there at the beginning, but exciting nonetheless.
I think what's really fun about that challenge is also just the element of it being a speed run.
Yes, your decisions have to be good, but they also have to be done quickly. But if you make a mistake too quickly, it's better to take the extra 15 seconds, obviously, and not take the wrong cards or make a bad trade. So yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the speed element is only a tiebreaker, so you still have to make sure you do better.
Hopefully you don't get knocked out early by what was that? What was the hero called that knocked
the candle one? Whatever the candle.
Yeah, the candle. Yeah, the one that makes copies of minions and
Candle
just
maker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or better yet, hopefully you are knocked out by it, because that would be entertaining.
I mean, we did see that on Monday, so I hope to not see it. I would love to see both players make it to the end. All right.
For now, we're back in the Battlegrounds.
Hey, look, no more locks.
Oh, finally!
Oh,
thank goodness.
What will these players do?
All
that
right,
has been central to Ox's strategy.
Rhat picks up Maiev as his hero for the game. Really good hero if you play correctly. Maev's strengths
I think Rhat already won, given the options for Ox, Elite,
Tentatron,
Illidan, and Akazamzarak. These are all terrible.
Akazamzarak, I think, is actually pretty decent out of those.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Ox let it wind down to a single second and picks Elise.
Elise isn't bad either. Elise really gets better in Tavern Tier 5 and 4, where you can guarantee a Discover of that one. But we'll see how LiquidOx wants to play it, because the early turns, once again, for a hero power like Elise's matter so much more than any other heroes.
Ox starts off by taking a Righteous Protector, going up against Reno Jackson on turn 1.
Oh, and Rhat's happy to see this. Gets to fight Eudora turn 1.
Have a good
or you can possibly have a free win if they didn't get a token and just decide to dig on one.
Never skip dig day.
Yep, and they did not. So Rhat with a free win here, free 2 damage to Eudora.
And we've got a straight up tie against Reno's tokens. No damage taken from either player so far.
Rhat here picks up the Selfless Hero and then hero powers the Righteous Protector here. And for those at home who might not know what Maev's hero power does and you're here just to enjoy it, it's Imprison. Hero power, make a minion Bob's Tavern dormant after 2 turns. You get it for free, and it gets +1/+1.
And Ox is going up against Rafam, just leveled to get that recruitment map as well. Papa Bear Rick. Solid name.
Nice. Any other cool name?
My favorite is Weedbeard.
I did see Weedbeard.
Oh, the Curator.
The Curator.
These names are great.
We've got Steve 5804, possibly a cousin of Sergio, whatever the number.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. You can say it's just Steve Numbers.
Steve Numbers?
That's been the joke. It's Steve Numbers.
I prefer Steve Digits.
I forgot that there should be no math.
Math is for second place. We don't.
My bad.
Right. Ox goes ahead and plays that recruitment map. Offered him Prisoner, Grandmother, and Glyph Guardian. Not great options.
These are all people that are Twitter bots, by the way.
There are 2 grandmothers on the board, though. So Ox is going to take the grandmother, buy a grandmother, freeze a grandmother, and
a lot of grandmothers.
A whole lot of disguised wolves.
Yep. Rhat here levels and a hero powers a gambler, which is a really good hero power target for Maiev, because it's just you turn your 1 gold into 3 gold.
This is a very likely tie.
So once that Selfless Spirit hit the 3-2, is a tie.
Yeah, 24% chance to win for Ox, but 75% chance to tie. So once again, both players not taking damage. Ox is going to go ahead and freeze the board, does not want to get the triple yet. I like this strategy of buying 2 other minions to wait until the next turn where you have enough gold to level and buy for your triple.
Alright. Rhat buys another Dragon Ball Lieutenant and plays the Righteous Protector that he got off his hero power, and then hero powers down a Kaboom Bot.
And we've got a match against Steve.
Steve Digits!
Steve of the 4 numbers versus LiquidOx. We're going to see how this one shakes out. The percentages say that Ox loses 100% of the time. Steve with his Golden Ghoul from that Eudora hero power really wrecks all of Ox's 1 health things.
Rhat also 100% loss against Reno here. Only takes 5 damage though, so not too terrible.
And Ox taking a good amount of damage here. That's 10 from Eudora. Unfortunate to play Eudora right when the power spike hit.
I mean, Rhat had to do it last game, so it's only fair that LiquidOx had to do it this game.
Ox immediately taking that Kindly Grandmother triple after the level gets offered a Noya Module, Draconid Enforcer, and Cobalt Scalebane. Also kind of disappointing. Yeah, it takes the Scalebane. Best of those options.
Yep.
And is now having to face Weedbeard.
Rhat gets the luxury of also fighting Eudora right after a Power Spike turn, so...
Something tells me, though, that Rhat's board is going to do a little bit better than Ox's board in the last...
We'll see.
game.
I don't know what the rest of Eudora's board looks like, so... It could be just as bad.
Could happen. I do have my doubts that Rhat will take 10 on this next one.
That is fair. Probably will lose, but probably will not take that much damage.
I think you can win this thing.
It's fun when you're spectating both things and you hear Bob echo, I think you can win this thing.
Rhat actually has an 84% chance to beat Eudora. Showing LiquidOx how it's done.
Ox is actually gonna be able to pull out a 17% win, even though it looked dire against the Curator, who had a Herald of Flame, wrecked his entire board of rats. The trades did not go well for Weedbeard, and Ox picks up a victory there in a very unlikely situation.
Rhat does 4 damage here to Eudora. Levels, rolls, looking to hero power something.
Ox, without anything really strong or defining just yet, took a piloted Shredder off a recruit map, now is rolling through some options, grabs a Deflectabot as well. It's going to roll one more time, but these don't look too worthy of freezing, unless he wants to transition mechs and freeze a Metal Tooth.
Rhat sells off some of his board to buy a Prisoner double and a cannon, as well as freezing a Replicating Menace here. Going up against Mr. Bigglesworth.
And Ox doesn't look like he wants to freeze this board, facing off against Rafam, who's also holding down last place. Be feeling reasonable about his chances. And that's a 74% win for Ox.
Rhat did have a 44% chance to win this, but his cannon got sniped early, and I think that will spell doom for him.
Ooh, never good when your cannon has taunt.
Yeah. Well, it actually got shot by his enemy's cannon.
Oh, the stealth cannon that lived.
Yeah. Yep. And he takes 10 for Mr. Bigglesworth.
And Ox does indeed pick up the victory over Rafam, dealing 6 in the process.
And Rhat here levels the 4. Hero powers down another Replicating Menace. Caught back up with the rest of the Battlegrounds players here on what Tavern tier they should be.
Ox most likely going to level here, still debating on maybe taking these 2 Twilight Emissaries that are being presented. Could sell the Steward of Time to give them some buffs too. Is actually going to do that, wants the Emissaries, and is going to buff up the Scalebane. It seems fairly reasonable to do, given the increase in stats right now.
Yeah, get a 9/9 and 2 5/5 taunts. It's a pretty strong move.
Also able to grab yet another Deflectabot after selling the piloted Shredder. So that's 2 Deflectabots on the board. Granted, they don't have any refreshes, but... and actually gonna buff the other Twilight Emissary. So at this point, looking like Ox wants to transition Dragons and is just keeping the Deflectos for a little bit more power this turn.
Dragons is one of the best best tribes to go when Murlocs is out, because if you can spike an early Caligos or an early Rattlegore, the only thing that can really catch you is you need the full Baron combo, Beast combo, or you just need to start spiking with Pirates really fast.
Yeah, Dragon's excellent, especially in a lobby with no Murlocs. Ox looking to get his revenge on the Eudora that dealt 10 to him early. He is looking at a 63% loss, but the trades have been going extremely well so far, and it looks like Ox might be on his way to picking up a victory here.
Yep.
And that's a 21% win.
Ooh. Rhat picks up a 94% win against Brand, deals 6 to him.
And Ox dealing 8 to Steve Numbers. Getting that revenge, finds another dragon on the board, immediately leveling here. Considering this Bronze Warden also has the recruitment map to play here.
Rhat picks up a Cave Hydra, hero powers down another Gambler, and continues to roll to try to improve his warband.
I didn't like that one either.
Off of the recruitment map, Ox offered Vermin Sensei, Floating Watcher, and Savannah High Main. Wisely takes the Savannah High Main, is also going to buy that Bronze Warden, sells off a couple of the weaker Death Rattle Beasts, plays a High Main, plays a Bronze Warden, and actually has another High Main on the board if he wants to maybe freeze for the double, or might just move on.
Nice. Rhat hits a triple on his prisoner, gets tier 5 minions, and takes a Hogger. So, if Rhat wants to, he has the ability to start switching into Pirates real fast.
Hogger APM Pirates time.
Yep. I've seen Rhat play APM Pirates before, and let me say, he is no RonMexico. He's actually good at APM Pirates.
There it is.
RonMexico when playing APM.
It is.
We'll have 5 gold and will not roll for some reason.
It's an ugly sight.
All right, back to these matches. Rhat going up against Rafam, 60% chance to win.
And Ox playing against the Curator again, and we know that Weedbeard is mad about the previous loss, now looking at an 87% chance of losing. This time, these trades are not quite so favorable for Ox, and it looks like he is on his way to picking up a loss here and taking some damage. There's a lot of high-value minions living through this board.
And Rhat
save a
will
little bit
deal
at the end.
10 damage to Rafam, almost killing him, sending him down to 3. Leaving Rafam at the bottom of the lobby.
And Ox takes 13 damage there, going down to 7th place in the lobby right now.
About to take on Rhat too.
And facing Rhat, who is quickly transitioning Pirates, it seems.
Wait, when did they change South Sea's art? South Sea's Strong Arm.
Oh, I heard that was an error, and they're gonna fix it.
Oh, that was like an error on the art.
That was like one of the previous editions of the art that they made, and like when they did a patch, they somehow reverted to like, I don't know, draft 3 or something of the art.
All right.
Why am I not surprised that Blizzard would do that?
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. Ooh, Rhat with a triple on the South Sea Captain. What would normally cost you 6 gold, the triple will only cost Rhat 4 because of the Hogger.
Tier to 5 and triple into a 6.
Ox grabbed himself a Bolvar and very hesitantly finally sold the duplicate of the Twilight Emissary to get the Bolvar on the board. That is 4 Divine Shield minions, so there's a reasonable chance he can at least minimize damage, if not win.
That might level Ted. It all depends on this fight, really. If Rhat wins this, he's going to level. If he doesn't, I think he might stay here another turn, because there's a lot of good Pirates at Tavern Tier 4 and below.
Yeah.
So it makes it better, because like at Tier 5, the Pirates are okay. I mean, you get another Hogger, Nat Pagel, or the Seabreaker Goliath, but
looking
a lot of your stronger Pirates
give the edge to Rhat, and he does
86%
edge.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like I wasn't saying he was going to do it 100%. I'm just saying that's an option he has now.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's an option every turn, really.
Yeah, but he can buy the You know what? You know, Tuna.
What, Ted?
Ted is all of us when talking to Tuna.
Just gets roasted. Nice.
Sure, we'll go with that.
These are some pretty bad trades for Ox to go down here.
Almost kills Ox.
He lives.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was close. 14. Ox given the thumbs up. Not dead yet. Down to 1 health. Cannot lose any fight for the remainder of the lobby.
Rhat hits the Eliza.
Rhat dominant position.
Buys the Rip Snarl. Makes these pirates so much stronger while attacking.
And Ox really wanted to transition dragons, but just not getting offered any good dragons here. I would have to say this looks like Rhat is going to pick up the victory in Battlegrounds. There is an outside chance.
Weedbeard,
very minimal.
LiquidOx rooting for Weedbeard right now. The beat Rhat, but it's going to be tough for him to do 25 only on Tavern Tier 5. If he was Tavern Tier 6 Dragons Weedbeard, I could give him the edge to 25 Rhat, but
Ox finally finding a little bit of more power here, actually picking up some refreshes for the Deflectabot and transitioning a little bit to Mechs, but going up against second place Reno, this is looking pretty iffy. I'd say Ox might just be staring down his last turn in this game.
Everyone's gunning for you. Watch out.
ooh. Only a 0.1% chance of lethal here against Rhat, but a 61% chance to lose.
And just waiting to see if these trades are going to be the 0.2 or the 0.4. That is the outcome where Ox can actually not get eliminated. It doesn't look like that's how it's going.
Rhat put a 30%!
And that is absolutely going to seal it here. So Rhat does pick up the Battlegrounds victory. Ox is eliminated. And we are going to have a real barn burner when it comes to the dungeon run. It will make the difference which side wins in All-Stars.
Finds another Hogger here. And double South Sea Strong Arm. This is the power of the pirates. You just start comboing off and just going hard. Make your pirates just ginormous out of nowhere. Especially when you keep getting all these gamblers.
It's not the strongest, but
oh my goodness, another South Sea. Don't triple it. Don't do it, Rhat. Yeah, now you can. Rhat correctly playing out both strong arms before buying the third one to get triple buffs. And making his Yoho ginormous. Look at the size of this Yoho right here. 35-41. Oh, and a triple on the Rip Snarl next turn for Rhat.
Oh, wow.
You're down a minion and up a goal.
By fate or fortune.
Party's here.
And yeah, as soon as we get done with this Battlegrounds, we will be going to the dungeon run with the AT Battleship versus Devs. And that will be for all the marbles.
Yeah, we were hoping that this would go to effective Game 5, which it will.
Oh, this Yoho's gonna eat Reno alive. What was... Is that Ghost is back again?
Back.
It's back again.
It's so Ron transformed into a spider and now he's transformed into a ghost. He's just going through different iterations.
Ron is just everything all at once. Rhat 35's Reno. Kills them out of nowhere. This is looking like another first place game for Rhat.
Turns out he's pretty good at the old BGs there.
Yeah, turns out Rhat's good at literally anything he touches.
It sounds about right.
The pirate's code.
Gonna play the Ripstar. We're gonna sell it. Buy the plus stack. Play it. Sell it. Play boat. Oh, the golden hogger. The dream.
It's getting
Too
rolled
bad-
out of hand.
Too bad Rhat never found a salty pirate or anything like that.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
See, also, I'm really glad he froze on that triple fogger. I'm pretty sure if it was RonMexico playing, would have passed it.
Yeah, he would have rolled past. Silly Ron.
I came back just in time to hear Silly Ron.
No.
It sounds like you came back at the right time, though.
Pretty
Hey,
sure.
it looks like Rhat's just gonna dominate the rest of this lobby here.
Oh, absolutely.
The average MMR between his and LiquidOx, they didn't know what they were getting into.
No,
all these other players.
These poor lower MMR players just getting slapped around by Rhat.
What
Shout
I
out
really
to
want to
Ox,
know
though,
is
for winning the first game.
true.
That's true, but he did get the high roll in the.
Oh my lord,
Murloc.
35
He's
damage.
still. He's
Yeah.
Wait,
Hey, 35
that's
Reno.
it. He died to the
Oh!
ghost. The last guy died to the
Wheatbeard
ghost.
died to a ghost!
Oh wow.
Oh, Wheatbeard!
Oh, Wheatbeard. Just like classic Wheatbeard.
Classic
Flying
Wheatbeard.
into the ghost.
So as we can see here with the scoreboard up on the screen, it is 2-2. Arena went to Teal in a tie-break. BG, of course, went to Teal there as Rhat came back from 0-1 down. Brawl went to Purple 2-1, and Dungeon Run. Oh, I'm sorry, and Best of 5 went to Purple 3-0. So it is Dungeon Run to decide it. And we've got both players here in the call. Dabs and A2 are ready to roll. And we are going to give them the countdown to start simultaneously. Because remember, it's whoever gets further. And if they get to the same boss or complete it, it's whoever gets there faster. So let's say, for example, they both get to boss 6 and die. Whoever got to boss 6 first will be the winner. We'll have picture-in-picture up just like we've had, so everybody can see everything. And I'm just making sure that I have that all set so we don't have any malfunctions on stream.
What?
What are you talking about? We would never have technical difficulties.
Yeah,
on THL
never. Never.
Perish the thought. I've never heard of such a thing.
Never.
It's going to be pretty great with them in the channel with us. They can hear basically scoreboard updates on their opponent, knowing exactly where they stand.
Aren't they deafened? Didn't they deafen themselves?
They're muted, but not deafened. Do we want them deafened?
Oh.
Probably should be deafened so they can't hear us telling them what to do.
I mean, I don't know if it really gives.
I don't think you'd yeah, I guess it should be deafened. Just
honestly, it might be distracting for them to hear us talking about everything.
True. Yeah, they probably do want deafened.
Yeah, Dad just said they're undeafened for the countdown and then they'll deafen.
Alright,
That sounds good to me.
So I have Dabs up in the picture-in-picture. I will join into the A2 game once he gets started. A2, just so you obviously can see where Dabs is right now, he's on the challenge 1 of 8 screen just before he can hit the choose button, so that's where you should be as well. Once A2 gives us the okay that he's ready.
Giant rat.
He must be ready because you're seeing that and I'm not.
Well.
Be good to get a quick confirmation. Make sure he's sitting there.
Yeah.
Alright, he said he's ready. So it'll be a 3, 2, 1 go, and I will let you know. Ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Go, 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 go!
Speedy, speedy, zoom, zoom. Let's
We're
do
gonna see
this.
Dabs. Dabs picking Warrior.
Yep.
Also,
and A2 here picking Warlock. Going against Giant Rat.
I know this was brought up in the Discord, but it's very interesting seeing both the one seeds choose to run the dungeon.
Yeah.
I think they both saw how fun it was last time.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it actually comes down to the dungeon run between these 1 seeds. Pretty spectacular.
Definitely exciting. Yeah, the A2's comment was that he'd been playing best of 5s for so long he just wanted to do something different, which is probably the same reason Rhat and Ox picked the Battlegrounds.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think Rhat picked it because he was probably just the best Battlegrounds player in his team.
Sure.
Well, our Rhat for sure 100% needs to play the Battlegrounds for his team.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that for pretty much any mode for our Rhat, though, because you could say our Rhat for sure needs to play the best of 5, and you probably wouldn't be wrong.
You know, our Rhat for sure just needs to play the game. You know,
and we're gonna see Dabs get through the first boss.
Well, our Rhat's or A2 still fighting Giant Rhat here.
But like, I think the biggest thing was like most of the other players on our Rhat's team know how to play the other modes, but he's probably the only one that really knows how to play Battlegrounds.
So
and that'll be lethal for A2.
Yeah, Dabs picks up the Cloak of Invisibility for his first treasure, and looks like he grabbed the Berserker bucket, giving him a couple unranged minions.
Down goes the Giant Rhat. A2 emoting, your soul shall.
It'll be
gotta throw in the emotes.
Very important for you guys to tell us what A2 is getting here, because we won't see it on stream.
Yep, Scepter of Summoning for A2, and then picks up Giants as well. Oh. Okay. I lost spectating in Discord for a second.
Yeah,
so similar to...
mine's loading again, too.
A2 taking on Frostfur for game 2.
Dabs going against Saruna, the dragon that steals all your attack.
Not my attack!
Which reduces it. Still annoying. But the Enrage minions and permanent stealth is going to basically nullify Saruna's hero power.
Have we seen any emotes from Dabs yet?
No, Dabs is taking this very seriously.
All business.
If we learned anything from last time, it was the
just
person
saying, yeah, it was the winning strategy.
Yeah, so A2 off to a clear winning start with the emote.
And Dabs through the second boss, however. Dabs is not messing around.
Rolling.
He killed the second boss already?
Killed the second boss. Going for the Smash Bucket, picks up a Fool's Bane, and didn't catch the others, but he is just going heavy aggro.
A2 a little bit behind here, and importantly, playing against a hero that freezes your minions. So in a
little bit
game of speed, A2 getting a little bit frustrated here. Emotes once again.
Emotes again. Out to kill Frostfur.
And this is going to do it. Frostfur's going down.
Round 3 for Dabs, going up against Overseer Mogark with the Cruel Words hero power that basically is the enraged equivalent to what Dabs is trying to do.
And here come the treasures for A2. Grabs the Lord Jiraxis and some Mountain Giants. Presses the button. He's up against the Trog.
Sounds like he's going for a similar strategy to what Medusa's did. That got him all the way to the final boss in a Legacy hero match. Dabs
Overseer
Mogark.
They're both up against the same boss.
Is this the one that gives Rush?
No, this is the one that gives the extra attack for doing the damage. And Dabs is about to wrap this up with an enraged, raging Worgen, still stealth, cannot be stopped. He's going to kill boss 3 in his next turn.
A2 has a 5-mana Lord Jiraxis and a 5-mana Molten Giant hand.
Does Molten Giant count with Jiraxis as damage? It doesn't, right? Like,
no,
Jiraxis sets you to 15, so you're still at full health.
It sets your health to 15.
Dabs picks up the bag of stuffing. I think is just a whole bunch of coins. And
go.
You're good. Another weapon pickup, got a Fool's Bane, and a couple weapon buffs.
A2's going to have a very cheap Molten Giant here on the next turn.
Yep, 1-mana Molten Giant.
Seems like a good card.
Oh, an Execute to kill it. Oh no. Oh, and a Rampage. A2 falling behind. Oh, 0-mana Mountain Giant though.
Yeah, and A2 emoting his opponent, and Mogark really punished that emote immediately, executing the minion and also letting him know he doesn't speak smart talk, only speaking whip.
Huge pickup for Dabs on turn 3. Grabs his Raging Worgen that's been the MVP of his run so far. Holding a Blood Razor for turn 4 to immediately activate the Wind Fury Enrage, as well as clearing the Eats board. Whole bunch of enraged damage.
Got enough damage here. It looks like this is gonna do it. So A2 picks up a win.
Oh, no emote though when he kills him. That's the wrong move, A2.
No time for emotes.
Only
just
speed.
hitting them quick.
Right,
going in, picking the treasure at the
hourglass.
And also Dire Demon's Huge Hand or discard, going with the hand pick.
Meanwhile, Dab's moving through another boss.
Through boss 4. Whole boss ahead now.
Dabs is on, yeah, Dabs is on boss 5. A2 just starting boss 4.
Takes a dragon package, so now he's got a Deathwing in his deck, just in case things go poorly.
A2 taking on Spirit Speaker Azun.
So is Dabs.
Some kind of passive totem power.
I think this does something with Battle Cries or Death Rattles.
Oh yeah, that's almost certainly what that is.
I think this is the double Death Rattle.
Yeah, it is the Death Rattle.
Yep.
So passive hero power, all Death Rattles trigger twice.
And for those who are wondering at home, the Shifting Hourglass treasure for A2 is take an extra turn, cost 1 less for each boss you've defeated.
Dabs once again picks up the Raging Worgen for turn 3. So far it has been a winning play.
Turn 3, Molten Giant here for A2.
And if A2 can pick up some more quick victories and have a Shifting Hourglass drawn early, that can really help quite a bit in catching up with speed. As it is, gonna play it for 4 on turn 4 and gets an extra turn with the Mountain Giant on board to just drop a lot, Molten Giant, to drop a lot of damage.
Ron doesn't know the difference between his giants, figuring it out here slowly.
I want to say Mountain all the time. It's so hard for me to say Molten Giant because the last time I've actually seen that get played was like years ago.
A boss plays an AoE against Dabs to kill one of the stealth minions. Probably won't matter because Dabs is still just beating him down, but it did stop the Raging Worgen for once.
And unless there's some crazy stuff from Spirit Speaker Azun, this should do it here for A2, killing him off.
There's a victory for A2.
Same boat, Dabs just wrapped up his round 5.
Oh, still a whole boss ahead.
A2 on to his round 5. Lifesteal taunt, what's he gonna pick? Goes with Lifesteal?
Lifesteal?
Dabs takes the captured flag for +1/+1 on all his minions and then grabs more weapons.
Capture flag is so good with this permanent stealth.
Yep.
At the last moment, A2 changes his mind and does not pick the Lifesteal option.
I think it's more the Sun Fury Protector from the Taunt package, because they're so good with, you know, the free Molten Giants and Mountain Giants practically on turn 3.
No, Dabs is going up against Voodoo Master Vex for his round 6. This one also looks like a totem. Let's see what I don't remember what this one does.
Sticking with the alliterative theme, we have A2 up against Mush Huckster Max.
Which hero power is craft a custom mushroom potion.
Yeah, well, Kazakus potions. I think it's the 1 mana Kazakus potions. Meanwhile, Vex is the Totem of Chaos, which is both Battle Cries and Death Rattles. Trigger twice.
Ooh.
A2 finds another Shifting Hourglass. That can be big.
Yep, gonna drop a 1 mana Molten Giant once again for A2. The summoning portal.
1 mana Arcanite Reaper next turn. It's pretty good. He could opt to not play it and save it for the Furnace Fire Colossus, which will get twice the attack from it. Never mind, he draws another Arcanite Reaper to feed the Colossus next turn. In the meantime, I'm just going to start punching face with the first one.
A2 is going to choose to take an extra turn here.
Here comes the Colossus. It's going to end up being
That's
a
going to be
17 attack minion.
lot of damage incoming from A2. That just is going to win this game real soon.
Should do it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
The double battle cry does not work for the Colossus because you don't have any more weapons left in your hand. You don't get the weapon stats twice. That's funny.
And with the damage and the Hellfire, that's going to do it for A2, picking up a round 5 victory. On to the next opponent.
Yep. Slowly catching up.
Hang on. 5, 8, 13, 16.
Takes a glyph of warding as the treasure. Very good to slow down your opponent. Offered another huge hand opportunity. Gonna pick that and going up against Candlebeard.
Yep, got a Twilight Drake, an Emperor, and a Mountain Giant.
Barely surviving. Yeah. The one downside of the all stealth minions is that you don't have any taunts and you have to win quickly. So
A2 taking on Candlebeard here.
And just barely gaining on Dabs. Probably picked up a few seconds to close the gap, but Dabs has such a commanding lead in the speed race right now.
Just finished up round 6, so he'll be going in round 7.
Well, it should be noted that somehow you guys are ahead of me watching A2.
The Discord is about 5 seconds ahead of Hearthstone.
Yeah, you gotta watch the Discord.
Well, I mean, you guys. What I'm saying is, you're commentating ahead of what people are seeing.
I'm seeing on the screen.
Oh no!
I'll wait
I'm like, man, what are they looking at? Because I'm watching the match happen on my client.
I'm trying to comment off the actual Hearthstone in game.
Yeah. Let's comment off of Hearthstone.
All right. A2 drops a Mountain Giant here on turn 2. It's going to be able to drop another one next turn with the Molten Giant.
It's going to be even harder to not mix up now that there's mountains and
mountains. Dad's getting a Deathwing Dirty Rabbit out of his hand.
Oh wow, this game's going to end quickly. I think this is a really easy boss for Dabs. The Genie giving him 3 cards every turn. He is just flying through his deck with the Deathwing pulled out. This game's over next turn.
On the other hand, for A2, he does have 25 damage on the board right now, so this isn't going to be a very long game either.
That's
going to be a turn 4 lethal for Dabs.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
We're looking for a possible turn 5 lethal here for A2. Yeah, a Magma Rager should not do it because of the Doom Guard in hand.
Dabs picks up the horn that recruits 3 minions. To speed up even faster, and he'll be going against Veilstraz as the final boss.
So that's going to be another victory for A2. Catching up. Maybe.
A2 offered a huge hand again.
So if
takes it.
It looks like if Dabs gets this win on the final boss, that'll wrap up the dungeon run. A2 would need Dabs to lose, I think, and then beat the final boss. So
or somehow get stalled out super hard on the final boss here.
True, but A2's only realistic chance here, given that he's just starting his match 7, would be Dabs loses.
I'd also like to point out that we're only going on like 15 minutes for this run. This is insanely fast for both players.
Yep. Bag of stuffing, draw cards until your hand is full.
Funny enough, A2 also facing the same 7th boss that Dabs did. Facing the Genie.
Yeah.
Which is going to prove fatal for this Genie because Dabs has unlimited giants.
Oh, he's playing Zero-Mana Mountain Giant.
A little out of order there.
No, I don't think he could have played it on the other order.
Oh, you're right.
And with the shifting hourglass in hand for A2, there's a possibility this game is over on turn 4. Oh, no, we're going to do it a turn early. Drop our Mountain Giant or Molten Giants next turn.
Ooh. I don't know about that. Thought maybe it was to play it a little bit sooner, or play the Giants sooner, but this is still going to be A2 cruising to a victory.
I don't know what this Genie does on 3 mana to kill off all these 8/8s.
Just burn cards.
Intervene Shadow Word Ruin.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward for Dubs.
Yeah, his board got cleared, and he's facing down a little bit of damage coming back from these buffed up treasure chests and a couple whelps.
Oh, right. Another shifting hourglass for A2.
A2, wow. Another shifting hourglass, another huge hand being offered, and up against the darkness, the bane of all dungeon run players. We saw the power of the darkness on the last Allstar stream as well.
One he's going to be able to use with that relatively expensive hand. This has actually slowed him down. He's having to make somewhat of a tougher choice, especially given that the Lucia has healed before off that Spirit Flash. So his go-face plan is thwarted.
Alright, so call me crazy here, but it might be a good strat for A2 to just concede right now. Because then he'd be done with his dungeon run faster.
No, because he wouldn't get there first.
He didn't get here first.
Oh, 2 gets here first. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice try, angle shooter.
Listen, you gotta take any opportunity you can get, right?
Yeah, I know that Daz has an AoE in his deck. It's kind of risky to play it here anyway, but it's not looking like he has a good answer for this board.
Yeah, with Dabs currently struggling against his final boss here, A2, we know he's got tons of giants and a couple hourglasses that give him extra turns. There's a reasonable chance A2 can just outright win easily with extra turns after slamming a bunch of giants.
And here we go. We use a candle, clear off 2 5/5s, drop a Molten and a Sun Fury.
Really just looking for those hourglasses, and things can get nutty fast.
Ooh. A death from the darkness slows down A2.
Dabs down to 10 life. His opponent still at full life with a 6/14 with a lifesteal.
Hourglass.
A 0 mana hourglass in hand.
It's looking rough for Dabs at this point, so it might come down to whether A2 can defeat the darkness or not, as to who wins this dungeon run.
Alright, Chromagus into Hourglass, allowing A2 to try to get on this board.
If he can draw another Hourglass here, double it with Chromagus. Nope.
Oh, that would be disgusting.
That would be so insane.
Oh, double Molten Giant.
Double 0 mana Molten Giant. That's huge.
We're gonna hold back one. This is usually where Darkness got some AoE clears.
Yep, playing around the Darkness board clear for sure.
Oh no, not our 1/3.
I think Dabs is dead.
How's Dabs doing? Yeah?
He's dead?
It's looking like...
Theoretically stay alive here?
Yeah. He's gonna be...
2?
He's gonna be on 2 life. The boss is full. 1 life because of the chest.
That's it.
A2 starting to send some of that damage face now.
Don't play the Drax.
Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
I do not like that idea.
Dabs dies on the final boss, so it's all down to A2.
Might have just been a quick little misclick there.
Yeah, want to go grab something. Oh, no.
No. He wants to play Jiraxxus and go from 31 health to 15 health. I guess he just really wants the power right now with the 6/6s.
Seems a little risky to me.
Extremely risky, though.
We're not even a candle. Ooh.
We know that secret is sudden betrayal.
Oh no!
A Psychic Scream is awful for A2. There is another shifting hourglass.
What spell do we get? Oh, Arcane Shot. Okay, some damage.
Oh.
Oh, Mind Control from the darkness.
Mind Control, not great.
Let's negotiate. You can see, and I'll get you.
Getting some good spells off these Zarads.
A2 playing the other shifting hourglass, going to trigger the sudden betrayal, which does not kill the minions. Let's see what spells we find from this hero power.
Scent and Chaos Nova.
So Fresh Scent is essentially unplayable, and Chaos Nova also not very good.
Power Infusion's pretty good.
Ooh, Lava Burst's alright too.
Lava Burst helps deal with the 6-5. Oh, he's gonna choose to trade in. Yeah, that makes sense. His hand's getting full.
Oh, another Draxus, so we can go back to 15.
Draxi.
Drax the geese.
Healing up a little bit as well.
Entombing.
Other than the dangerous life total, it does appear that A2 has got the darkness on the ropes.
Emperor Thorson played here for A2.
And that is a lot of discounts.
Luckily our 0 mana candles go to 0.
Well, I was just going to say, of note, he's still got 2 candles, and he's in pretty decent shape.
Just choosing to conserve those candles, actually has a dark spawn of his own in hand, which he could kill with one of his candles. Would not be the optimal strategy.
Another psychic string coming out.
Does he ever attack here, Hero Power, then Jiraxis again for a... well, I was say now you don't do that to attack again.
No, you want to. I think you're saving this weapon as long as possible. Like you want to use up as much of these charges on this.
And you're not under threat from dying.
And just consistently pumping out really strong minions that the darkness is having a hard time dealing with.
I mean, he's been doing pretty alright, I think.
I think he's gonna run the darkness out of resources. It's down to 6 cards in hand and 9 in deck.
Yeah.
The biggest issue with what the darkness has been doing is darkness has been spending his entire turn just clearing, and then A2 just develops. Darkness has really never developed anything.
I do love that A2 is still playing like his hair is on fire because he has no idea
that Dabs is done.
Out.
Yep, just playing as fast as possible. But this is starting to look like A2 is on the verge of locking up.
Oh, life goes face. Traded a little bit to play around the sudden betrayal here. Chaos Nova to clear the board.
And here comes the other Jiraxis.
Nope.
Psych.
Get wrecked.
Thought about it.
Well, I think he probably realized he couldn't use it in oh no, and also use the hero power at once.
Oh boy.
Oh. That's a Deathwing.
He's gonna have to play the Jiraxis to stay alive.
Yeah, tank and go to 3. Oh, this is looking so good for A2 for so long. But we know the darkness doesn't have any
tank it, or is he just gonna send it?
Tank it.
But what if something pops out? He's dead.
I think you know the darkness doesn't play dragons.
I did not know the darkness didn't play dragons.
Yeah. Oh, you don't play enough dungeon run.
Clearly.
I'm sorry, I'm not a dungeon run pro like you, Tuna.
Huh?
I said I'm sorry, I'm not a dungeon run pro like you, Tuna.
Not as much as Icicles is. He was naming hero powers just off names. But I know there's another mind control.
Either that or Homeboy can Google real fast.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with he knows it, because it was disgustingly fast out. He knew those.
Fine.
Oh, the Sun Fury Protector.
Yeah, good top deck. Well, A2 top deck.
You should Anthony draw something that lets you look.
He's used up his last candle.
This is getting towards quite the exciting finish here.
This is very exciting.
The darkness should start fatiguing.
He's trying to deck himself.
Darkness is
the board here. Darkness is
does not care about that discard.
For darkness.
Doomguard, a huge pickup there for A2.
That's alright, that's alright.
As long as he can deal with what comes out every turn, he's okay.
Oh, grandmother's a little gross.
He'll win off fatigue alone if he can survive.
I am not a mortal. morning person.
Darkness' hand should be the stuff he's entombed. Yeah. One last potion of madness.
Talk about a nail-biting finish. Oh my god.
Slight advantage here.
No.
Oh, A2. What's the top deck? Oh.
Potion of Madness hurts.
That's gonna do it.
This board is a bit too big, yeah, and
It's ogre.
that ends it. So that does mean that Dabs actually takes the victory, correct? Regardless of how far A2 got in this run, Dabs got here first.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. For so long, I thought A2
close.
was gonna pull it out, but
Yeah, and congrats to Team Purple.
Oh.
that's I love Dungeon Run. I'm so glad we left it for last. That was amazing.
Full players just
Dungeon Run series
rocketing
incoming?
through. I mean, no.
No. Yeah, congrats to, like, reiterating what Ted said, congrats to Team Purple here. Taking the All-Star series.
Yeah, it was close.
What a sequence of events there. I really thought A2 was going to pull out that victory over the Darkness, even though Dabs had such a fast lead. But the Darkness showing again why he's one of the toughest dungeon run bosses.
So close, and yet so far.
That one Psychic Scream when A2 had just 3 8/8s and a 6/6 was so bad for him. Really, I think what turned that around. But
I mean, that was as good of an attempt as you can really make against the Darkness. So like we all talked about, he is not one of the easiest bosses to defeat, and that is, decking him is about the best you can hope for, and it just came down to a couple bad top decks there at the end for A2. But
having so many clears and different ways to get through. I felt like A2's best chance was probably multiple giants on board with Hourglasses turning. Didn't quite shake out that way. And you don't really have the time to try to go for that kind of setup. You just have to hope that the stars align, and it just didn't fall in place for him.
So I was fixing the final score graphic. I realized I made a mistake.
way to go, Donde. No mistakes here, remember?
Man, if I didn't say it, you wouldn't even known.
I mean, I'm watching the stream 10 minutes behind, so I would have known eventually.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, anyway. Well, that's it for our coverage of the All-Star event. I don't have to talk to BrushyTuna for at least like a couple weeks now, which is great for me.
Hey, congratulations, Donde.
I know.
That is not a luxury I have.
But on a serious note, this was amazingly fun. We tried to tighten everything up from the first event, and somehow it went longer than the first event. It doesn't matter. I think everyone had a great time tonight. Almost a 4-hour stream, but hey, this is what we were here for. We saw a very close event the whole way through, back and forth. Purple prevails in the end, 3-2, and I think everyone got their money's worth tonight.
Absolutely.
Except for Base, who had to waste one of her free arena tickets.
And did not get reimbursed.
The only
Did not get reimbursed.
No.
That wasn't a waste,
upset.
all right? Base gained an amazing friend in Sergio Numbers. And I think we are all winners for that.
Oh, I forgot about that until now, and I'm so happy you reminded me. Oh man! But that being said, that is it for us tonight. Thank you all for joining us and hanging out for 4 hours, or even if you only tuned in for parts of it, that's great too. Ron, Brushy, Icicles, Ted, thank you all so much for donating your time. It's always super appreciated, and you are all fantastic this entire evening.
It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for hosting.
Thank you, Donde.
I like how Brushy waited till the end to get his voice singularly heard. That's a pro gamer
Man's a
move
pro.
right there.
I learned from earlier in the stream when we first were introduced.
I hate giving BrushyTuna credit on anything, but I give him credit there. That's fine. But that'll... Oh, you got more to say? Go for it, buddy.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome, my friends.
Thank you. All right. Well, have a great night, everybody. Look out for more information in regards to the All-Pro series, which I'm going to coordinate with Sharma, make sure we get the timing down on that. And that is pretty much it for us until the off-season. August 15th is the Duos tournament, if you haven't signed up yet. Feel free to check out the Discord and do so. You can sign up through Discord and Battlefy, and that will be taking place Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, is the start of the Duos tournament. It's all on the same day, so none of this 2-month event stuff for the off-season. Other than that, we've got the award show coming up, still a TBD date. We'll let you know as soon as we do know. That will also have the Hall of Fame inductions from this class. So lots of stuff still on the horizon. August 24th is the new season. Thanks, everybody who joined us tonight, and hopefully we see you in the next few weeks for a few more content things, and, of course, the start of the next season. Thanks. Have a great night.
Absolutely. Hey, from the land of shenanigans, have a great night, everyone.
See you guys.
See ya.
Later.